We are now. We are now recording. So, I still haven't got the previous recording up, but I know. But this is session 19. Still Route 2. Yeah. So we are currently a little bit undermanned today. Let me make sure that all of the different screens are working properly. There we are. We're missing 2 people, but that's okay. So Isaac and David, players of Mako and Ruin respectively, are out for the count this week. So I let the remaining players decide, should we play, should we chill out, and they all wanted to play. So we're playing. We're going to finish out Route 2 today. And in the interest of kind of keeping the really exciting new stuff, like the Apricorn Festival, fresh for everybody, we're going to end the session right about as we close out of Route 2, and just to keep that all kind of in the back pocket for next session. Also, my co-DM, Nicholas, Magikarp, on Roll20 is finally has his PC back, so he can help me out with all that glorious map stuff coming up. It is a lot of work, and I do appreciate his efforts. He was able to hop on somebody else's PC a while back and do a little bit with me there. But yeah, we got some cool stuff planned, guys. This is a cool little in between gym event that I know you guys have been looking forward to. So we're trying not to disappoint. I can't wait for you to find a fossil, man. It's gonna be. It becomes a dinosaur later. I like that this logic applies to almost anything you find as well. Like, you'd be like, oh, yes, I found this fossil. Now we can't actually do anything with it. So, Route 2, you guys completed your encounter against the Ladybah. The Monk Arrow has since kind of collected the various Ladybah and made sure they're taken care of before he exited. And you guys got your reward from that. And now you have a bit of a bit of left of Route 2 here. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll use the initiative as a loose guideline here. To just people can decide where they move and what they do here. So out of interest of expediency, and because I don't feel like I can properly represent them very well, we're gonna go and take Rune and Mako off the turn order here, and they're gonna just chill out kind of in the background. So they're gonna play with the Apom, I guess, assuming nobody like abducts the Apom. Nice, yeah, absolutely. Perhaps. It's unclear, but there's, yeah. At least blood was shed. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you guys are kind of watching Arrow kind of walk off, and hops the puddle, and yeah, right about that time, the Pidgey starts glowing, and for a moment, you actually feel like the Pidgey is weightless, which Pidgeys aren't heavy creatures to begin with, but Moments later, the weightlessness kind of solidifies into a relatively much more solid and formidable creature on your shoulders. As replacing the silhouette of the Pidgey is a larger bird of prey now, not a vegetarian. It kind of calls out, spreads its wings, which are considerably larger, almost the wingspan of a human being, actually. And then Pidgeot is just a monster. Pidgeotto has joined the team. Yeah. Yeah, it flaps a couple of times to kind of keep the weight off you as it kind of checks itself out. It kind of cleans out the nook between one of its wings. Yeah, it's a new creature with all the same slightly neglected memories of the old Pidgey. It flaps a couple of times and alights on one of the branches over here, and starts giving that Apom little looks. Okay, yep. Yeah, the Pidgeotto just staring you down and like occasionally casting meaningful glances back at that Apom and then down to you. No, he's. I think he's right side up. He's just like, his stomach is facing you guys, and like his wings are like outstretched. Vigo's holding him like a child, like kind of under the wings, which is actually not a very good way to hold a bird, for the record. But Pidgeotto's a pretty sturdy. Yeah, there's a real struggle. If anybody has tried to lift something very heavy far away from their body, it's that sensation of like Amber like tipping over, and Pidgeotto just like staring into your soul, not understanding this, like what it is being subject to. You just slam face first into the ground. The Pidgeotto, held very slightly off the ground by your arms, now bent at the elbows. It packs your baseball cap a little bit further down in your face. Okay. All right. Evolution complete. Mako and Rune are both acceptably excited and pleased at your progress. They appear to be having a very, a very intimate father-son conversation at the moment. Okay, so let's go to the top of the initiative here, and we'll just we'll start hanging out and figuring stuff out on this route, shall we? Migration. You can't see yourself. Apparently, we need to transition to jump gate, whatever that is. That might fix all of the tokens. Mm-hmm. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, apparently Roll20 is like holding all of like the tokens that vanish hostage. Like, you want your tokens back? Upgrade to our beta system. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you guys start working your way up into the trees here, and yeah, you see signs of fighting. Obviously, you glance kind of up and to the right and over to a nearby water puddle to see a a badly bruised Zigzagoon with X's for eyes. Yeah, that is a sign telling you to watch out for Pinekill. That sign isn't. There's another sign here, though. ever walks back past everyone. Hold on! I see a sign! Okay. Does anybody else want to join Amber on her glorious purpose? He's going in. So, when you inspect the sign, you see it is indicating directions for two separate directions here. One is west, and one is south. The westernmost direction indicates Tenebrous Village. And the southern sign indicates Amity Apricorn Orchard. And some other kind of post-it signage that's it's kind of taped on or tacked on or whatever would indicate the festival is still ongoing. It gives the relevant dates and informs all that everyone's welcome. Aside from that, nothing of particular note, unless you would like to start like really inspecting it, doing like a little detective work. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, blood on the water. Okay. Yeah. I would say you guys get to right about here. No particular perception check required. We'll have Elaine kind of be behind here as well. Right about here, you glance out across this small, kind of glade-style area in between several trees, kind of a grassy knoll area. Directly across from you, you see a pair of proud eyes come up from what appears to be its daily watering hole. Kind of this low elevation area around this tree trunk that is gathered great amounts of pond water here. You see a creature with a pair of golden antlers stand fully upright and stare at you. Its tail flicks once, as if it is pondering immediate flight, but otherwise stares you down. You don't. You have Pokédex, though. Of course. Sure. 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 It's not hostile yet, but it's not friendly to you either. Sure, you channel freely. You immediately get the sense of this creature's kind of regal bearing. This is an entity whose fathers and forefathers have long existed in these woods, drinking from small puddles like these, roaming the glades and fissures and vast cliffs separating Route 2 from the mountainous Dragontail Mountains to your direct north. This creature is down here for the rainy season, and then it will venture north once again when the days become shorter. Sure. Well, why don't you roll that intuition check that I believe you can roll in place of charm to kind of impress upon it the respect this noble of the forest deserves. Yeah, absolutely. You kind of awkwardly bow, but the intention is clear, and the Stantler slowly pumps its ponderous head in return, watching you somewhat less warily than before. Yes, it looks very rideable. It has 4 legs and a place for a Vigo. And handlebars. Sure, roll a Pokemon education check. Okay, let me go look at his move list real quick. So, one rule that I think is interesting that I saw on Reddit is the idea of Pokedex being noisy and disruptive. Yeah, the Pokedex comes on and it has volume settings, and you basically range from very noisy kind of text-to-speech robotic voice to slightly less noisy text-to-speech robotic voice. So the general idea here is that if you are not, if the Pokemon is already spooked or wary, then Pokedexing them at, relatively close proximity could give away your position, that sort of thing. Whereas, rolling Pokemon education, doesn't require any kind of speaker or interface. It just happens. I need to go find the move list here. But yeah, your Pokedex reads off that this Stantler, this Pokemon is a Stantler. Stantler are known for kind of their proud bearing. They're a Johto Pokemon, commonly found most in forests and mountainous forests. There's a fairly healthy Stantler population being raised in direct proximity to I believe it's Stratus, not Stratus, Mistral, the city directly to your north. In fact, as Stantler are currently being studied, as genetic markers have been found to relate them to an Animos Pokemon that has long since been extinct. They are protected in Hurricane National Park, which boasts one of the largest Stantler populations in the world right now. Stantler is a normal type, though it has strong psychic proclivities, as apparently its antlers have strange reality warping properties. As you watch, you actually see the kind of gap between the antlers seems to shimmer as though it were a mirage. Apparently, there is medicinal properties to these antlers as well. It's used in sleeping medication whenever they shed them year-round, which is one of the primary exports. of Mistral now. Now, for the Pokedex entry, you are wondering about moves that it might learn. So let me inspect that real quick. Yeah. Well, it's like you wake up early in the morning and there's Stantler in your backyard. That kind of thing. That sort of thing happens quite frequently in or near Mistral. In fact, I will let you, because you are particularly familiar with these sorts of programs and it's a Pokemon native to your region, if you would like to roll another Pokemon education check, and I'll give you a lower DC. There could be some interesting information to be gleaned there. But unfortunately, no, there doesn't appear to be a proclivity for Dragon-type moves here. Haha. It was a pretty low DC. Let me look at something real quick. Yeah, you know at least passingly that there is an ancient relative of the Stantler called a Gigantler, which is essentially a super fauna that was known to be in excess of 8 to 9 feet tall. That is currently being researched. Stantler have many genes in common, so some people have made efforts at attempting to extract genetic samples to bring back the Gigantler. They've been met with mixed results so far. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you've definitely heard bits and pieces. Yeah, mostly flavor. Unless you guys are super interested in amount, I don't necessarily see you guys catching a Stantler. But they're cool Pokemon. I like Stantler. Yeah. But yeah, they got from your collective Pokedex and stuff, they have some weird vaguely supernatural stuff about them despite being normal. They have stuff like probability control and hypnotic. They learn moves like Zen Headbutt, Calm Mind, and Roleplay, that sort of thing. All right. So yeah, this noble beast staring you down. You guys just sort of go on your way. It does not look like it's challenging you. Okay. Moments pass, the Stantler lowers its head back to the water. Seems to finish its... at this point, it would be morning beverage. Glances around briefly, and the channel seems to flicker as... it thought, born primarily of benevolence and mutual respect, seems to blossom forth in the Stantler's mind. As it trots over to this log. One moment. I actually need to pull up I'm on a different map right now. I could just be using my spectator pings for this, couldn't I? This one right here. Moves up a bit, and with one ponderous jerk of its head, it jerks its antlers underneath the log, and there seems to be almost a supernatural shimmer or force that accompanies it, as the log is displaced significantly, kind of blasted up against this tree right here. Underneath which, you see what appears to be a treasure trove of truffles. The Stantler exhales once from its nostrils and gallops away, kind of prancing through the meadow until it is no longer within view. There you go. Let me fetch. It is survival to identify them, yeah. Yeah, man. You determine that nearly all these mushrooms are edible or at least useful for pharmaceutical purposes. With that 18 in survival, you're going to be rolling me a you're gonna roll me a D4 plus 3. Nice. So you encounter 4 tiny mushrooms. Cool. All right. Yep. Glancing around the area, you see a game trail that the Stantler must have gone down to your north. The elevation seems to increase the further north you go, and would seem to lead up, kind of towards the mountainous Dragontail mountains to your direct north. That is a Pokeball tree. The one directly in front of you? Yeah, man. No Ladybug on this one. It seems to be sufficiently off the beaten path that all the travelers coming through here haven't picked this one clean. Yeah. Cut Tamako and Ruin hotly debating the ethics of wholesale Pokemon slaughter in survival environments. As the Apom watches on in horror. Okay. So, I do believe these are still survival checks to harvest from these trees. You essentially get more value out of them the higher survival check you roll here. So yeah, if you want to roll those. Nice. So you're rolling a D2 plus 1. Mm-hmm. So potential of 3 red apricorns from this tree. Okay, yeah. 2 fist-size red apricorns are placed into your backpack for safekeeping. As Amber approaches a similar-looking tree, however, initially you think perhaps this one is rotten until you see how the nuts seem to almost glisten with a weirdly, opaque sheen. You haven't seen this kind of apricorn tree before, no. You can roll general education. You also roll survival. Pokemon education also works because it's Pokemon related. Four. You're pretty sure this is a black apricorn tree. What black apricorns are used for specifically, you're not quite sure. He's going in. Survival check. Survive. Do it. It is. It is quite low. So that is going to be just a D2. Okay. From the tree, you managed to find a single precious black apricorn sitting atop it. Perhaps this one was raided before or by some wild bird Pokemon. The herbivores can. Do you want to know if humans can eat apricorns, Vigo? Roll a medicine check. Yeah, man. You know that apricorns, while not poisonous, are exceedingly bland. Though they do have caloric content. Black actually being the most. Decent source of protein. However, they're very hard, and you must boil them thoroughly. Yes, yeah. A snack for later. I hope nobody gives any of these to Mako. It'd be really funny. Everybody just forgets about the apricorns. Ah, snack pack. That's right. I have empty apricorn orchard tokens. I'm such an advanced DM. Yeah, Vigo wants to go on the game trail. Yeah, we go home. There are definitely dragons up there. break it out a little bit? This is something Vigo would... Sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, roll a Pokemon education check. Nice, man. Yeah, dude. So there's a lot of different kinds of dragons, actually. So let me actually pull you guys onto the main map really quick. We're going to the game trail, and the game trail is mapless anyways. Blam. You are pretty close. So, a day's walk. Yeah, that's right. Hey, if that was a Pidgeot, this would be pretty easy. So, yes, with your 12 in education, you know that the Dragon Trail Mountains is the largest, both the largest variety of dragons and the largest concentration of dragons anywhere in the Tri-region area aside from Blackthorn City, which is in Johto. Famously the home of Lance, the dragon trainer. What kinds of dragons? Mostly stuff from Gen 1 and 2. However, because Mistral City and the adjoining plateau is highly isolationist and well-defended, many of the dragons brought from beyond many of them have found native homes in Hurricane National Park and Mount Tempest. So there's actually quite a bit of a variety. For instance, one common Pokemon that Vigo will be intimately familiar with is Drampa, which is a Pokemon that a relative of yours owned growing up. Affirmative, child. I am born of the dragon. You guys should be right. It's not straight, and it's obfuscated by trees. But as far as you can see, like, directly in front of you, 30, 40 meters at the very least. Okay. Going off trail, you abandon Route 2 for the time being to strike off on your own through a game trail paved the way by what appear to be the tracks of many Stantler, actually, not just the one. Bird Pokemon sing in the trees beyond your vision as the day nears about noon, I would say. The spring sun bearing down on you, crack through the gray clouds, as thankfully no more rain seems inbound. However, the trail you were on immediately seems to be partially washed out and quickly turns into mud and rut as you progress onwards. Progress is slow going for about 20, 30 minutes, right about when you would consider calling it anyway, as the trail seems to solidify outwards into something of a small plateau, outlined by trees on either sides and wildflowers dotting this open meadow. It is a strange sight, primarily because, uncharacteristically for springtime, there are random pockets of what you can only assume to be snow dotting the clearing. Glancing up into the imperious visage of the Dragontail Mountains directly in front of you, you see that snow is not an uncommon sight, but at this low altitude, it is rather odd. Sure. Mm-hmm. Sure. Intuition would be primarily gut feeling in this instance. And your gut feeling would be, this feels unnatural and weird, but not imminently dangerous. This is just like the mountain I grew up on. What did you say? What can Link do? What? Sorry. Occult. Sure. Yeah. With a 16, Elaine, it was actually pretty reasonably high DC here, actually. Your first instinct is some kind of supernatural presence. Of course, Pokemon are our first guess. However, no Pokemon that you're aware of native to Animos spring to mind that can cause out-of-season splashes of snow in a otherwise grassy flower vale. However, as you glance up the great mountainside, and you think you spy far to the northwest a peak that appears deeply embroiled in cloud. Streaks of lightning cascade about it, as you're reminded of Mount Tempest, which is a fairly supernatural place in many people's occult rationale. It is a place that is stormy and erratic in weather all year round. Famously home to many dragons, as you're now aware, and often can fling debris and other bits and pieces, thousands of yards in all directions. As things begin to kind of click into place, you realize what might be causing this is shards of never-melt ice from the peak of Mount Tempest. This glade type area I've been describing is more of the plateau. Yeah, you have been slowly climbing up a hilly game trail for the past 30 minutes, and now you're starting to kind of even off a little bit before it starts climbing again. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. You can approach. Currently, you're still kind of gazing on from a distance. Sure. You glance around, and there does appear to be a Pokemon presence in the immediate area, many of which disperse at your approach. Walking towards one of the patches of snow and ice, you determine that there is no immediate evidence of it melting, despite the fact the noonday sun is bearing down on this clearing, and you are all sweating at this point. Yeah, you reach down, and as you separate it from like the primary mass, it begins to immediately melt in your hands. But in the opening instances, it's ice, it's snow, it's winter temperatures. Yeah. Yep. Digging through, you guys aren't immediately finding pieces significant enough to be held by Pokemon. However, this trail ventures off far to your southeast, and you can only imagine that this is runoff from some enormous chunk that was flung far and abroad from the mountainside. Wherever that is would be your, you think, primary reservoir of what is otherwise a very exotic and hard to acquire material. Some of which, actually, I want to say Vigo already has a little bit of. Rifling through one of the snow clumps, I want. We'll say it's amber. Roll me a d3, please. Sure. As you rifle through the snow, attempting to find any kind of what Elaine describes as a small glowing blue shard of crystal, your hands immediately find something soft and wonderfully warm, as your hands have already kind of begun to get a little bit raw and cold from your digging. You feel a little bit more, and you hear what sounds like a squeak. You back off and kind of pat some of the snow away to see a squishy brown lump amidst the snow. Seemingly, this thing was cast here thousands of yards from its mountainy domain. You have a Pokedex. Sure. The creature, which is equal amounts, seemingly sleepy and hungry, sniffs twice in the air with its round pink snout, and immediately lurches forward, grabs the candy bar. Who knows? Yep, seems docile for the time being. Yeah, absolutely. Get some different music here. Not likely to hear this this theme for another 60 sessions or so, so might as well get it now. From me? Huh. Okay, hold on. Let me kill a fan in my room. That's so odd. Right. You're good. Let me know if it gets bad again. Sure. Yeah, roll a charm to just kind of chill with it for a minute. Cool. Yeah, as it eats the candy bar, Elaine just kind of sits nearby and begins to just slowly rub the swinub. It is, you know, it's not making a lot of signs of, like, contentment, but you have a lot of fur and fat to get through. But you think you've made a significant enough connection that it's not going anywhere immediately, as it seems to almost be purring. Like that sound? It's a good sound. Yeah, hits like the cat purr cymatic frequency, right? Where like it like has like stress relieving effects. Sure. You want to know if it's hurt? Okay, let me go navigate to Jeremy. Do you want to post it? Sure. The swineham appears to be displaying very minimal amounts of damage. Owed probably in no small part to the fact that it was thrown with a nice snowy cushion, and the fact that the thing is very fat and very furry and curled up into a nice little ball. It probably just bounced.
or Azurill, sorry. I'll have my 6.
Oh, yeah, have you just been holding her in one arm and petting the thing in the other?
Well, the Magby egg is in her backpack right now. She's doing her best to try and keep it alive. She realizes it needs to stay warm and she needs to sing to it. But that was last night that happened. So a lot
Oh,
of
I
that
was talking about the Azurill or whatever. Like,
Oh yeah, the Azurill's in her arms, yeah.
yeah.
It's a very small Pokemon.
Multitasking. That's fun.
Yes. Now you see, this Swinub, right? This is a similar being to Vigo. Came from the mountains.
It did.
Very familiar.
Yes. You two are fat,
Very-
furry.
Yeah, that's right.
He has a very fuzzy chest.
Well, he does have like a nice thick coat, almost certainly. I just assume that'd be standard issue in the.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Vigo 2 is
both very
oblivious.
yes, yeah. This thing is just like me.
Yep.
I'm going to claim it.
Yeah, man.
Well, you gonna throw a Pokeball at it?
Yes. I gotta think. How would this go? Would it just be throwing a Pokeball?
Mm-hmm.
Just boop that snoot. Boop the picky snoot.
Yeah, I'm just
I mean,
gonna throw a Pokeball at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I could channel it. That's about the only thing I haven't done to try and make it friendlier.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be on pretty good standing with us.
1
Are you kidding?
Nice.
Pokeball. Okay. How much speed evasion does it have?
Speed evasion?
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure that out right now, sorry.
That's so funny.
Also, this will be perfect for fighting my rival, Mr. Ike, because
Yeah, ice.
ground ice is a very good typing for that.
Mhm. Okay, speed evasion. Speed evasion is a 2, so we'll be
I
missing.
missed.
Yeah, as the girls attempt to charm this small pig, Vigo rears up, holding the Pokeball all the way behind him, and with a colossal might slams it into the ground directly in front of him, immediately breaking the ball.
No.
The Swinub is immediately alerted. It is going to burrow deeper into the snow, which it is within. You realize the snow pile might extend a decent amount into the ground. You don't think these things can burrow necessarily, but they move really well through ice. As it's rapidly inchworming its way downwards. You only get one more
right.
throw.
I want to dive at it and pull it out of the hole.
Oh my! He's going!
Sure, roll me the athletics check.
He's been activated!
Perfect.
It's been activated.
Oh my word!
I must hunt.
That's insane!
Give me this
65256.
Vigo launches himself forward head first like a practice diver. Except this diver has exclusively dived in snow exclusively their entire life.
I'm like a fox looking for mice.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys, I know at least 2 of you have seen Demon Slayer. It's like Inosuke worming his way through subterranean tunnels. Just like moving forward, oscillating, vibrating your gut as he catches up to the Swinub effortlessly and gets it in a bear hug.
But this time I'm gonna bunk it on the head with the Pokeball, so I can't miss.
Okay. All right. It's gonna have an evasion of 0.
Fantastic. Do I still need to roll the attack?
Oh, with the Pokeball, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 2. good thing I grabbed it.
Yeah. Yeah, you smack it on the head with a Pokeball. So the attack has succeeded. Now we determine whether it's caught.
All right. Now we gotta go find the rules for that.
They're at the very top of easy
Okay.
rules.
I'm level 10, so I have a +2 to this. This is a normal Pokeball. I believe it's above 50%. I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Does it have
It
a
does have
status
a-
effect?
No status effects.
But it does
Okay.
have an evolution stage remaining.
It's got 2 evolution stages remaining.
Oh, does it
So
really?
that should be -4. So it'll be 10 plus 1 for every 10 levels it has.
Okay.
-4 plus whatever bonus you want to give.
I
Whatever.
forgot about Pillow Swine.
This is normal. No special modifiers there, and it has a +2 from the 10 levels.
Okay, in which case I believe I just met it. Because that should be... So it... What level is it?
This is a
We
this
don't
is
know the exact level.
this is a creature in excess of level 20.
In excess of level 20.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Ugh.
In which case, I believe I meet the DC.
Nice. So it's normally 10, right? And then it's -4 because 2
Yeah.
evolutions remaining.
So it's 10
+2.
plus 2 from levels.
So I think it's
-4 because it has
I think
2
you got it.
evolution stages.
Yeah, man.
Yay!
Yeah. You crack the Pokeball over its head, and it disappears from your arms into the Pokeball now in your hand, shaking violently. It very nearly escapes and then resolves in a satisfying click. You caught a Swinub. Congratulations. Yeah, as the girls attempt to drag Vigo out by his feet.
Yeah, you see the Pokeball before you see Vigo's face as he shoves it up above the ground out of the snow, and you hear a muffled "Arc murder!"
Nice. Nice. So you caught a this is a level 27 Swinub.
Wow.
Powerful
That's awesome,
creature.
dude.
This is a Pokemon flung from the lower reaches of the Dragontail Mountains. It is overleveled for this region.
Fascinating. That's
Mm-hmm.
cool.
I think it might be just out of your command range right now, normally.
So I'm level
Yeah,
10, so my
base
command
7.
range is 20.
Yeah, okay, so a little bit before you can command this Swinub. But you got a badge for it as well, which I think 2 people own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's
Let
true.
me check. What's 2 times the value? So the DC to command it would be 14. Which I do have 5 commands, so it's not impossible, I suppose.
A little bit unreliable, but hardly impossible, yeah. Cool. Well, let me go and get your sheet for you. As pulling Vigo out with a pop, you're satisfied in your Swinub. However, you stirred up quite a bit of a commotion, and all of the other nearby Pokemon seem to have dispersed. So, this particular side area has been exhausted.
The game trail or the meadow itself.
The game trail area that you're on, yeah.
Okay.
Assuming you don't wish to go further upwards the mountain.
Hey, Austin.
Yeah.
Elaine would want to collect the broken Pokeball in case it can be repaired.
Sure thing. You tell Vigo to grab that on his way out.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that
Open
Oh, sorry, go
Pokeball
ahead.
in my inventory.
the only thing that might make Amber want to go further is if, given the snow, she thought that there would be a snom nearby. If she didn't feel in her heart of hearts that there's a snom nearby, she's good.
Hey, Austin.
Hi.
What can we roll for our heart of heart feels on there being a snom nearby?
You roll Pokemon education.
That's not very heart-like.
Hey,
But it is pretty good.
for 2d6.
Sure.
So listen to our hearts.
Snom, being a Galarian creature, is highly unlikely to be in the immediate vicinity.
Okay.
You don't know for sure where a good place to look for a Snom might be. Off of the Galarian coast near Swelltown, yet still at reasonably high elevations, maybe. You're looking at probably somewhere deep within Hurricane National Park in the northern reaches there.
Cool.
Galar would be a good spot. I agree, Jeremiah.
Brilliant. One of these days.
One of these days. This immediate area is kind of my excuse to try and get you guys some relatively early ice and/or dragon types potentially. So that you don't have to wait several gyms and many decades of sessions to get to the Dragontail Mountains.
No, I'm here for it.
All right.
Okay, Amber is satisfied.
Can we look around for any kind of herbal things for Elaine medicinal? Yeah, Elaine wants to send Vigo. Actually, you know what? This would be a great time to bond with Holly, because she has a really good perception.
Sure.
And she has something called a tracker.
Okay.
Let me post that up for you. Boop, boop. There. Now, it's supposed to be Pokemon or people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we could also use this for plants?
I don't think so. Intuitively, I would say yes, but I also think there are other features and capabilities that are specifically good for that kind of thing.
You don't really track plants. You do track people and animals
right.
moving around, though.
So, I'm gonna say no. I will let. I will let you roll 1d20 for this side area, though, if you wish.
Okay.
This will be instead of the d20 one might roll on Route 2. Your kind of random item while you're looking around. If you want.
Thinking...
I want it to be herbal focused. I don't really want like a potion or anything.
Yeah, I mean, given the area, it's likely to be something wild.
Can I cash that in as well?
Yeah, I'm thinking doing the same.
Sure, up to you guys.
Cool.
Watch us all roll 9. Oh, that 2.
Almost.
1s and 2s today on it. Anything that isn't a d6.
2, 9, 9, and a 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Interesting.
Wait, I just realized, how are you even supposed to get... Are you supposed to travel by water around through Tenebrous Village and then go through that little hut thing to get up into the mountains?
I believe there's a large cave system down here.
Yep, there are.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yep, those 3 caves. Yep, so you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so one of the more conventional ways would be to go up this way
Okay.
through
That
this
makes more
cave
sense. So I was
system,
like-
and then you would exit up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also fly. There's also potentially some very treacherous climbing trails.
But if we go in the cave, we can go down here and find a radiated Pokemon.
That's right.
Well, that's what I'm. Here's what I'm saying. I'm thinking after we do Precipity, we just go from Precipity. We do some crazy climbing, or we like go around to the cave, and then we go up here where the snob might be.
That sounds like a good idea.
I would be so down for that. Especially after you guys realize the challenge levels of that area. Okay. So the 2 is rather interesting. Both of the 9s are going to be getting some berries here.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe.
So let me fetch that chart real quick. This is actually a high variety glade, so there could be a lot of different junk here.
Cool.
Wait, there's Glades in this meadow?
That's right. So we'll say, yeah, it's just gonna be a straight up D68, my guy. So
No,
both of the
you-
both of the 9s roll me D68s, please.
That's
I was going to talk to you about those kinds of the berry because there's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 berries, and you talked about some of them being rarer than others.
Just roll
So-
68.
Yeah.
It's likely rarity of the area that they're in rather than rarity amongst the. But like, if you're in an area that has all of them, you roll on the full table. If you're not, then certain parts are going to be excluded, kind of thing.
17. Okay,
31. Nice. Hey, together we make a 68. Austin, can we have 168 in exchange for our pick?
What even does this do? Okay. Okay, so Amber, you find a bush which as a player, Caleb, you would most recognize as something like a blueberry or blackberry bush. And you find I'm gonna roll me a survival. Resolve you first.
11.
Nice. And you're gonna
That
roll
was
me.
stealth, but it's the same.
Sure.
Hiding from them.
Yeah, you're hiding from the berries. You're gonna roll me a D2 plus 1.
Okay. Hey, crit fail
2.
on the tiny dice again. Let's go.
Yeah, you managed to uncover some blueberries. Yeah, blueberries. So blueberries.
Not to be confused for bukeberries.
That's correct. Spelled like this. And blueberries are poisonous.
Oh no.
They're actually almost useless. However, they can be sold for they can be sold for 500 a pop to the right person.
Nice. Oh my goodness. What a find.
I wonder if there's something that Elaine can do with it.
So, moving over to Elaine. You rolled a 50.
51.
Thank you. Okay. Actually quite appropriate. In a sapling tree located in the middle of the meadow that at first you determined to be some kind of pine tree. Very similar. On its branches you see pine cone-like fruit, which you determined to be what are referred to as babiri berries. I want you to roll me a survival for that.
You want survival? You said.
Yep, survival, and that will determine how many dice you get to roll.
There it is. 7.
Nice. So that is just going to be the D2. Nice. Yeah, you harvest 2 babiri berries. Babiri berries are a, you think, bioproduct of pineco, which is quite appropriate for this region. Babiris have the incoming damage of a super effective steel attack.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
They have
have.
they
I
have
see.
the damage of a super effective steel attack. And I'll post that for you. That should be in the book as well, but if it's not, I'm more than happy to make that a unique item.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
went ahead. Yeah, I went ahead and I'm putting it in right now.
Awesome.
It's a tier 3 berry. Whoa.
Nice.
It sure is.
Cool.
Okay, and then the 2. Vigo, you find amid the flower fields a small
Rock.
pink flower that appears to pop out somewhat to you.
Yeah, this
you-
flower. It's not like the other flowers.
You don't know its name, and it seems unnatural. Only one seems to grow, as far as you can see, and surrounding it as though a catalyst for growth in the immediate area. The most verdant flower fields and foliage seems to be erupting. You don't know what this is. Add 1 pink flower to your inventory.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll find that out later, maybe.
It's a mystery mousetool.
Watch Cubone eat it. I'm not paying attention.
Cubone eats it. Cubone grows biceps on his biceps after that. It's just roids. Okay. Yeah. So that's that. Those are your random rolls. And I'm also gonna let David and Isaac roll next session, even though Route 2 will be over by then, just so that they can feel like they got that, because I know they intended to, they just didn't. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
We have never attempted anything. Well, actually, I guess we did try and go fishing once. So Surskit Puddle has the alluring capability. Because she has or wait, is it a she? Yeah, it's a she. She has sweet scent. So essentially she can act as like bait. I don't really know how bait works exactly, aside from fishing. But obviously in the Pokemon games, like you could use sweet scent to essentially lure in wild Pokemon.
Totally.
And you said we scared off the Pokemon earlier.
Exactly.
So I was
you
wondering
would normally
if there's
have
some way...
yeah, you would normally have no more encounters, but you can use bait to get a new encounter.
Okay, so that's what I'd like to do. I would like to I'd like to get out Puddle.
Cool. Okay.
And I'm gonna pull out Puddle. I'm gonna be like,
Puddle, I have a mischievous little idea. I think there are some friends around here and they're hiding. And you smell so lovely and so beautiful, they're gonna want to come and say hi to you. So why don't you let off your wonderful little scent and we can find ourselves some new friends. How about that?
Child, I command you to waft.
laughed. What a word. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna try and use the Puddle as bait.
Cool.
And lure some Pokemon back.
Sure. You toss Puddle down, immediately gravitates towards the nearest bit of standing water. And yeah, over the course of the next 30 to 40 seconds, you see Puddle seems to slowly evacuate some kind of golden, almost like ambrosia-looking fluid from the very top of its head, which immediately catches your noses. It's wonderfully sweet like honey. Yeah. Moments go by as I get to roll on a random Pokemon chart. So let me go find that really quick.
Cool. We're cooking. We gotta get the dragon type.
Gotta get it.
There is a chance.
Oh
We
dear.
are performing a culinary exercise.
Probably gonna find a little bit
What is that?
Oh, yes. A salamence
Let's see, what-
descends from on high.
Oh, very good.
funny.
Perfect. This is exactly what I want.
Let's see.
Okay, I want you to roll me a d20, please.
Come on, baby.
Grandpa.
Let this be the
Grandpa.
one.
Grandpa.
Straight 10. Oh my
10?
goodness. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
Tough.
it's not like one is better or one is bad until.
Well,
one is
okay,
good.
here was my thought process. My thought process was that the edges were the more uncommon Pokemon. I don't know if that's right or not, but
That's true, but they're not necessarily more valuable. They're just more uncommon in this area. So a 20 could be like a really lame Pokemon here, like a Pidgey.
One of these.
Hmm.
We encounter like Entei, but it runs away immediately.
oh, bummer.
Entei?
We don't have arena trap.
Yeah.
We needed a what is it? We need a Trampinch so it can't flee. I think they have that.
Okay, I know what you got. One moment, let me look it up. I need to try and do this encounter justice.
Scoober.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Over the course of the next minute or so, the scent is emitted. You see some stirring at the very edges of the clearing. Most Pokemon seem wise enough to not take the bait after hearing the grisly fate of the lone Swinub. I want... Boy, if Rune were here. Okay, we're gonna have... I need to look at you guys' perceptions to see who has a chance.
I have a 3, if that helps.
3,
Two.
2.
Pudge has 3+2.
Is he out right now?
Yeah. Pico always has at least one Pokemon out. Usually it's Frigidax.
Where's Pudge been this whole time?
Probably... Good question. Either flying around or like sitting on Vigo's head.
Sitting on V. That would have been very problematic for the Swinub encounter.
It just fly off during the jump.
Puddle has a 3+1.
Sure. This is appropriate anyhow. Have Pudge roll a perception check.
Okay. Well, not great.
Sure. You wait a few moments, and there is no response as the distant flapping of Pudge overhead, kind of in a low orbit, is suddenly obfuscated by something white and puffy that appears to be diving rapidly downwards. Pudge doesn't see it, probably thinking it's some bit of cloud or snow that hasn't yet settled on the ground yet. Yeah, you hear a low cooing that seems to kind of resonate deep in your spine. It feels nice, somehow.
Oh my goodness.
As a creature descends from on high and performs a takedown. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this. We're not going to have a map for this, but it's going to be pretty straightforward, I think.
I have a feeling. I have a guess. It's kind of fun having to figure it out with descriptions.
A Swablu?
That's my
Who's that
guess.
Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
I love him just freaking out. Mento, need to import this. What you're hearing right now is the Dragon Tail Mountain theme, by the way. Okay, here we go. So go ahead and get your damage calc ready. That is going to be a... it's a 0 to hit, actually. What's the physical evasion on... The
That's
critter?
a 1.
Hey, okay, that's huge, actually.
Let's go, Puddle.
As what almost looks like a cloud, shimmering in the fractals of your vision, descends suddenly and it just impacts into the ground directly next to Puddles as it just barely manages to skirt out of the way. No pun intended. It kind of jumps a couple of times, and yeah, suddenly you're looking at a small blue bird creature that is primarily comprised of white, fluffy down. And we're gonna go ahead and make a simple little turn order here.
Wait. I'm not tripping. That's a dragon type, right? Or is it only the second evolution that's dragon?
Second is Dragon Flying.
Okay.
It can Mega Evolve into Dragon Fairy.
Oh, snap. You're right.
It has a little cloud hat.
Okay, so the Amateur League token is going to be the initiative or speed here. As we'll just do something off map here. This could be a 10. There we go. Okay, so everybody gets to move before this. What is Surskit and any other relevant Pokemon's initiative?
I guess I can't add it because it's not a token. But
Sorry about that. I had to
Yeah,
step away for a second. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, were you here when the bird descended?
Initially, yes.
Okay, cool. So it's a Swablu. So dragon type.
Well, not yet,
Um,
but it will be.
yes, yeah, but it will be. That's the idea. So, but Puddle dodged the attack.
Good.
What's Surskit's
And
speed?
we're rolling initiative. Surskit has a 16.
Cool. Surskit is the Great Ball.
Makes sense. And Amber has a 17.
Oh, you guys can't see this. Sorry. I'll keep track of it. No worries. Okay, and Pudge. Pudge is out. What's Pudge's speed?
17.
Okay. You want to roll initiative on that?
Sure.
Okay, 17.
17.7.
Okay. And no other Pokemon were said to be out at this time, so we're just gonna leave that there. Cool. So Amber's going first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait, what is a... Oh, put it as a 17. Oh, how'd you manage to... Oh, did you, like, click on the great ball to do it? Or something?
I didn't put that in.
I can do it, yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. I was impressed that you got it to log somewhere. I was like, huh. I didn't... I was like... Anyways, okay. Let me make sure. I don't think I have any abilities that I want to use here, but I just want to make sure that I'm not... Oh, wait. Flying type. Hmm. Oh wait, takedown was a normal type move though. Which would get stabbed. I don't maybe I'll quick switch it after I attack. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna use any orders as Amber on my turn. Let me just double check. Evasion. We said AP recharges at the end of the route, right?
Yeah, so it's still down.
Okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and use Capricious Whirl because I don't want to kill this thing, but I'm not too worried that I'm going to. And give Surskit +3 evasion, but deal 5 less damage with my standard action.
Sure.
And then how far away is it?
Within range. Don't worry about it.
Well, okay. So here's why I ask. I have a bug net, and it can trap small Pokemon, and you said it was hopping on the ground.
Yep.
And if I trap it in the net,
within
then it
range
won't
of
be
that.
able to fly. Okay, cool.
Yep, you can attempt to do so.
Yeah, let's see. And let me make sure. Trapping them, you may move the Pokemon, dragging them. Pokemon still attack. Potentially breaking it. Capture rolls against Pokemon in the net receive a -20 bonus. Yeah. Okay, cool. So after using Capricious Whirl, I mean, like,
Stay light on your feet, Puddle. Not that you have feet, but your legs. Okay, let's get this thing.
she's gonna run in and try and capture it with the bug net.
Awesome.
I don't know. AC 6 status attack. Okay, so that means D20 -6, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. Aha! Okay, I missed.
Yep.
Very bad. Alright.
It's not even particularly close. This thing's kind of quick, and you trip on the way, and just kind of fumble. A little bit uncharacteristic for you, and you right yourself quickly. Kind of dust yourself off. Net still in hand. Okay.
Okay, that was awkward. All right, you get it, Puddle.
And she's gonna have Puddle attack with Bubble Beam.
Sure.
That's the end of her turn. Let's go ahead and throw out Bubble Beam here.
Roll the crammage.
Okay, it's hit for 38 water damage.
Yep, definitely hitting. Bubble, so special.
Yep, special.
Sure. Your bubble hits. It's definitely doing a bit of damage, but this thing is hardly out of the fight.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn and Puddle's turn.
Okay. So that's that, and there's that. And then there is Pudge. Is 16
Okay.
currently.
But it's 17.
Oh, excuse me. So Pudge actually should have gone before the Surskit, but that's all right.
It probably doesn't make a difference.
Don't think it does. Alright.
Well, of course, we just have to go with the signature gust. That's 5 versus special evasion.
Is hitting. Yep.
Okay, so 29.
Nice.
Grant's Guster.
It's not currently Not currently airborne as a result of fly or sky. Right.
It is not currently airborne. No, it landed briefly.
Okay. Just what I'm going to put in the due diligence. Make sure this is all correct.
This thing appears to be highly resistant. Not type-wise, but it kind of the clouds seem to greatly cushion it from the inflow of air. It's a little bit scratched up at this point, but still very much in the fight. Okay. So moving forward, it is now Vigo's go.
Okay. I think about this. What kind of action is it to throw a Pokeball? Is it standard?
I
don't
believe
remember.
so. I believe it is standard to throw a Pokeball unless you have some capture specialist stuff that might make it quicker.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I'll look for you. What do you think?
Please.
I'm trying to. Swablu is generally very defensive. Yeah. So like, it shouldn't die if I smack it.
Probably not.
Well, plus, will you be using a fighting type move? And won't it be resistant?
No.
Oh, wait, no, it's not because
it's.
it's.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I just realized it's a normal type anyways, so flying's resistance would cancel out with normal's weakness anyways.
Yeah, we're running up to it. Using a sprint, and we're slamming it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make sure it stays down on the. Okay, that probably misses.
That is a miss. Yeah.
Still has smite, however.
Okay. That's minimum damage,
That's
right?
something on a miss. Let me check. Let me check the exact effects of it. I believe minimum damage is correct, though.
Pokeballs can be
they do
thrown as a
damage.
standard action.
Yep.
Okay.
Deal damage as if the attack were resisted one step further.
Got it. Okay.
You don't suffer any secondary effects.
Okay. So it's not pushed or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 38 damage resist.
Okay. And it would have been neutral, so okay. Physical. Yep. Yeah. You mostly miss, but you have such velocity and mass that you manage to clip one of the bird's wings with your foot as you pass by and kind of throw it off balance a little bit. It is officially looking a bit worse for wear. Visible bruising, and you can see it's kind of perspiring a bit under the downy feathers. All right. Moving on. That is now Elaine.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's going to release Ruby Bolette.
Ruby Bolette.
Tarparis.
What is Ruby Bolette's initiative?
It's a 5.
Speed? Okay, gotcha. And first release, X normally. So
Correct.
she will get a turn this round. Awesome. And I additionally want to say that first release is free. Is that right, guys?
Yeah.
As far as action economy, so you still have standard action and shift and all that if you want to use that.
Key. I think for standard. You said it looks like it's perspiring?
Yep, it's looking pretty rough at this point.
So what I'm hearing is I shouldn't use confusion.
If you use something, don't go too hard. But it is pretty defensive, so who knows?
Chunky little bird.
She won't take any chances on attacking it. And I don't think she'll feel the need to use any of her blessings.
Okay.
So she would much rather command Ruby right now. Is it okay if we move forward to Ruby's turn?
The wild Pokemon actually gets its turn first. Ruby's on a 5, and the creature is on a 10.
Okay.
So, let's see here. Sure. Yeah, it stays. The bird, extremely diminutive, even though it seems to have been somewhat aggressive before, puffs up its little chest, and its clouds appear to poof in response, and it is going to ready an attack here. Let's see what we got. I think this is going to be Fury attack. I think that's the move. Actually, hold on. Nah. Yeah. Fury attack it is, so that's 5 strike.
All right, so we need
got the math.
D8.
Got the math on hand. Yep. So D8.
Yep, it's
and then that's.
Hold on, easy goes right now.
So that's low. That's like
So-
1 additional hit, something like that.
I
A
believe
2
that's
is 2 hits.
2 hits. So that's
So you'll
increasing.
multiply the damage base by 2.
Okay. Awesome. So that's good. Okay. Then there is that. Okay. Oh, and that is another. That is yet another 0 accuracy attack. This is going for the Surskit.
Yeah, that will miss.
Yeah.
Especially with the boost in evasion.
Furious flapping and pecking ensue, and the Surskit just dances away. Ah! It says almost like a taunt, as the Swablu has a tiny little angry mark on its brow. As after its attack is done, it is going to begin ascending upwards, no longer on ground. It is going to fly upwards. Let's see. 5 hexes, so it's 5 up now.
Oh,
Okay, and that's it for it. And then I believe this is the Parasect.
Just Paris.
Just Paris.
Just the
okay.
parents.
Okay.
Right. Paris is going to use Stun Spore, which is a distance of 6.
Yep, in range.
I'm gonna roll this. Because I don't know. I don't think it hits.
That is going to be a miss. Unfortunate.
What is a -6? What is this?
Yeah, that's status moves.
yeah. Most things are pretty significant like that if they have any. Basically, if there's something that has below 100% accuracy, you can expect like 4 to 6.
Yeah, a yellowish powder seems to bloom up from the Paris as it shivers and shakes and attempts to throw it up as far as it can into the air. And the wild Pokemon just bats its wings once and twice, and all of the powder falls on the ground harmlessly.
You did your best, Ruby.
Okay. And we're back to the top with Amber.
Okay. Jeremiah, would you like the swablu?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I'm just making sure. Okay. I think what I'm going to do. Okay. Trip, grapple, push, and disarm maneuvers. Did we have a shortcut for maneuvers anywhere?
It's in.
We do.
They're in useful charts.
Sorry, what?
They're in the useful charts sheet.
Okay, the indices and references or whatever.
Yes. So there's indices and references, and there's useful. For some reason, it's not in the references. It's in the useful charts.
Combat
Okay, I will-
combat maneuvers is in easy rules as well. You want to check that out?
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's see if I can pull off it. Combat maneuvers.
It's time to flirt.
Oh man, it must not have been
Gotta flirt with it.
I'm thinking of using a threaded attack and then. Okay, here we go.
That is a Garchomp actively murdering a girl, I think.
What?
Not quite sure the image on combat maneuvers.
Is it murdering or is it like they're
unclear.
like holding each other? Like it was protecting her.
There's lots of blood though.
There is definitely a little bit of trip
What are we
grapple
talking about?
push and disarm.
Combat maneuvers image.
Knocked over. Would knocked over in midair lead to it coming back down to the ground?
I don't know. I'll say yes, preemptively, and then if something else tells me otherwise, I'll amend that.
Oh, alternatively, I can also just grapple it, which means it can't take shift actions anymore. Okay, cool.
It's yellow.
Here's what I'm going to do on Amber's turn. She is going to, switching Pokemon doesn't lead to loss of turns in wild battles, does it? Or does it still?
I think we'd verified that. Yeah, it does not.
It does not. Okay. She's going to full swap from Puddle into. Let me look at the athletics here. Athletics of 2. Athletics of 3. Okay, as much as I want to bring. I think it's worth it to get the extra Pokemon in. Okay, cool. She's going to swap out Puddle for Ample. Which sends him to a speed of whatchamacallit, 16. So he'll still move right after her. And then Ample is going to use a string shot.
Cool.
How did that work? I don't know if it did or not. Let's see. Public. String shot.
Didn't see it.
Okay, 10.
Okay.
And this is a threaded move. So your Pokemon may use its thread attack to perform the. Oh, maybe I have to replace the. Okay, so maybe I don't know if the effects of the move still happen or not, but I'd like to grapple the Swablu.
Okay.
With
That's
my
a
thread attack.
yeah. That's a bug ace thing, right? You can grapple with those.
Yeah, so it's a insectoid utility.
Awesome.
So I will
So sick.
I will send that here. But yeah.
Sure. Let me go look at grapple.
So and then I've got see copy image. I'll paste it in general just for ease of access. But it looks like we have to make contested athletics check.
Combat or athletics? What I'm reading.
Okay,
Using
cool.
The target each become grappled. Awesome.
So they're the same for me. Oh,
Ooh.
maybe I should have used the Beedrill, but I wanted to get ample, and I hadn't got him in a little while.
Okay. That is a 9. Unfortunate.
Unlucky.
I believe. Let's see.
So I just, I don't think
if you
he even
win,
gets grappled.
if you win, you and the target.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. The string shot goes out. The string shot is still hitting. Are you replacing the effect of the string shot that would normally lower speed with a grapple, or does it still?
I'm
affect
not
speed?
certain.
Okay.
Yeah, it says your Pokemon may use its grapple, its threaded attack to perform the trip, grapple, push, and disarm combat maneuvers,
Okay.
and ignores weight and size restrictions when doing so. So
Interesting.
it almost makes it sound like it gets the range of the attack.
That's
Maybe
what I'm kind of picking up on. I'll look this up on Reddit. I'm gonna say no. It doesn't reduce speed.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But that is a really cool feature, though. Even still, like that's awesome. You can just drag a bird back to the ground. Insects forever. Okay, so I believe that's gonna do it for the ample. Which what did you say? It's on a 16.
Yeah, it's on a 16.
So the
So I went right by it from-
Pidgeotto still would be going first year 17.
Okay.
Johto is very fast.
Okay. Yeah. So Pidgeotto.
Okay. Yeah, probably. Yeah. This is safe enough. It's especially defensive.
Yep. Gonna try another gust.
Okay, never mind.
That's a miss.
Yep.
Yeah. Another gust blasts outward, and the cloud-like creature manages to shield itself from the worst of it, and is unaffected. Just kind of floats around a little bit, and then continues its glorious ascent.
Hmm.
Looks like it's time to YOLO.
Okay. And then moving onward, that then would have been the Ample's turn, and then Vigo's go.
Okay.
Pokemon is currently 5 up.
Yeah. So if it gets another turn, it's not going to be in my throw range anymore.
Yeah.
So I think I have to throw the Pokeball here if I want it.
Full send.
So yep, that's what I'm doing.
Do it.
Can't wait to roll a 5. I didn't.
No. That's
It's-
tough.
It needs to be some kind of hero point or something.
I know. Yep. The ball sails upward, and just arcs in such a way as to be just on the edge of the Swablu, and it just kind of veers off to the left ever so slightly, and the ball falls all the way back down and impacts the ground. And it's kind of grassy and somewhat padded. Let me see.
Highest I've rolled today has been a 7. Just like to point that out.
The Pokeball actually just clatters harmlessly onto the grass. It seems to be a little bit scraped up, but actually still usable.
Yay.
No broken Pokeball. Any shift action?
No.
Okay, Elaine,
Elaine is going to also attempt to throw a Pokeball at this Pokemon.
go for it.
So is it just a D20 minus 6? Jeremiah?
Yes. Yes.
Come on, Elaine. Come on.
Let's go, Ginger Powers. Let's go, Ginger Powers.
Oh,
No!
Oh my
calling a-
goodness.
As yet another-
on the forbidden powers was not
As
enough.
a volley of Pokeballs sails forth and attempts to capture this small cloud bird. This Pokeball is less lucky and clatters onto a nearby rock, shattering into a million pieces.
Of course.
I can try and chase it down with Stinger. It's probably a lot faster than it.
Okay. Anything else from Elaine? You still have a shift action and potentially swift actions.
I'm not even sure what swift actions are with her.
Okay.
Most of
Yeah, the creature is going to go ahead and ascend. And we'll say that because the Pidgeotto has been kind of making ends to follow, it has a reaction here if you so choose to take it, the struggle.
Mhm.
Let's see. That's Vigo's sheet. Okay. Is this? Okay, it's special. There we go. Oh, yeah, why can I not press the button? Okay, I guess we're doing it this way. 10.
That does hit. Damage must be rolled.
Okay. 25, and that is special. Because Pidgeotto's got the special
Yep, yep.
capability that turns it into a special attack.
Struggle turns into special. Yep. So this is another
Mhm.
blast of its powerful wings.
Mhm, mhm.
Is it optional? Can you choose to have it be physical instead of special if you wish?
Possibly, but it's almost certainly going to be less damage, even with different defenses.
Mhm.
His special attack is significantly higher than.
Yep.
Physical.
Another blast from the Pidgeotto's powerful wings. This thing is buffeted slightly. A fresh scrape along its left wing, but still up and still ascending. So it's going to also be taking the sprint, I believe is what it's called, or
Mhm.
dash action, which is going to be
Yeah, sprint.
increasing its movement speed by 50%. So it's going to be ascending. Is that rounded up or down? Do you know?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what we
We're
decided
going to
in
be a
the
little
past. I
conservative.
think
We're going to say it rounds down. So we're going to say the creature ascends another 7 meters. So it's now a total of 12 meters up.
Okay. All right. Now we can throw our Pokeballs 6 meters, 8 meters.
Depends on
I
your
think it's
athletics.
It's your throw. Yeah.
To your throw.
I can throw
Okay.
mine 9, but
It's 12 though.
Okay, I have my throw listed as 0, so clearly I have not done this calculation.
line. No.
I'm pretty sure it was 6 because I've had to do this calculation before.
And
So
that is
I'm gonna
going
stick with
that's
that.
going to conclude its turn. As it's the Paris.
Ha! I don't even know what Paris could do here.
The Paris flirts.
Do a cool dance.
It does a little wiggle
Excellent.
and clicks at the bird in the sky.
Excellent.
This counts as flirting, I think.
That is flirting.
It is flirting. Huh. Well, I don't have any flying Pokemon. And it is too far away. Yeah, I don't think there's anything Ruby can do.
So we'll
Ruby
the
flirts.
what's that?
Ruby flirts.
That actually is a thing you can do.
That is a thing. Yeah.
Yep, that's a
What?
maneuver. It's a manipulate maneuver.
Yeah, it's a manipulate maneuver.
That is wild.
You can make the Swablu infatuated,
Yep. So it needs to roll a charm check.
but it needs to make the status first. So that's. Oh
Yeah.
wait, that's out of range. Range
That
6.
is
Never
range
mind.
6. Yeah, it's too far away to flirt. Unfortunate.
I
You have
didn't
to
even think
throw the
about
Parasect into the air so that it can flirt.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I
That's
wasn't
a
aware
good
that
idea.
it was a charm.
Yeah, that works in
It's
real life.
supposed
That's so funny.
Most of the skills are 0. So I don't know.
Okay. All right, we're going to Amber.
All right,
Any
Amber
choices?
is full swapping again to Stinger.
Yep.
Throwing her Pokeball as high in the air as she can to release Stinger, so that should be 6 tiles up.
Sure.
Stinger has a speed of well, it'll have 29 on this turn, and it has a sky of 10. So it should be able to make it all the way to the Swablu, no problem. having 4 meters to spare. And then it's going to use string shot again to grapple.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit. And it is going to use its combat in order to roll for the grapple, which is 46 plus 1 for 15.
Nice. I need to roll mine. That is a 7. It is successfully grappled.
Okay, good. So it cannot shift anymore unless it beats me in a grapple.
Yep. Now 15 up.
Um,
As the Beedrill ascends and out of its primary thorax stinger, fires out a thin line of string shot that attaches itself to the bird's cloud-like wings and seems to weigh it down tremendously.
Not so fast! Bugs over birds!
Yeah, you hear the buzzing intensifies as the bird lets out another sonorous sort of warble.
Okay, cool. And that'll be my 2 turns there. So.
Okay.
On my next turn, just so y'all are aware, I'm able to, as long as I stay in dominance of the grapple, I can shift.
Sure. We really got to
I don't know
stop doing your Pokemon's turn adjacent to yours. Yeah, now Pidgeotto's go.
Yeah. Well, this time it would have been because the Beedrill had a 29.
Oh, 29. Oh, got it.
Speed.
Okay, got it. Okay. I keep thinking keep thinking 16, not. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it was before for the previous 2 Pokemon. This time it's
Got it.
29 though because it's 19
Sure.
plus
So it
10
would have
for
gone.
Amber's thing.
Okay, Pidgeotto.
Jeremiah.
Blasted.
Jeremiah.
What?
Thought. What if you were to like lock it Talon versus Talon and just have your Pidgeot push it closer to the ground with the help
Well,
of Stinger?
it's kind of what's going on. Let me check. I know that pushes a thing. I need to.
Oh, wait, Oh, wait, no, never mind.
One meter directly down. I don't know. That might end the grapple though if I were to do that.
It doesn't say anything about grapple being ended by a person getting moved, so I think you're good.
Okay.
Cannot take shift actions or any actions that would cause them to shift is the only stipulation there, but forced movement still happens as normal, I believe, which is a little bit odd.
I don't know what its weight class is, but whatever its weight class is, I'll be able to move it 10 minus 2 tile, or 10 minus however many tiles downward
Probably
next turn.
But I guess because a small bird.
Oh yeah, Beedrill's is only 1, so I think you're probably right. So yeah, I should be able to move it like 9 tiles down.
Wait, hold up. Compose combat. If you win, the target is pushed back 1. If you have movement remaining this round, you may then move into the newly occupied space and push the target again. Yeah. Yeah, so Pidgeotto is gonna get on top and like start like stomping. Okay.
I didn't realize you could chain that.
Down. That's really funny.
Okay, so what are you doing here? Are you shoving?
Yeah, this is a push. So
Push.
Start with this. So that should be good. So that now we're in opposed combat or athletics.
Okay. Contested by the 16.
16's fantastic.
Okay, that's a 6. So this push has been successfully performed, I believe.
Yep. And
so
now we do it again.
How much is that pushed by? Is that just 1 for now?
Push down by 1.
Okay. So that's
It has remaining movement.
So down
Therefore,
from 12
again.
to 11. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. That
This is
include-
hilarious.
So
Does
can you
that inclu- I think
can
that
you
includes
can you
the-
can you only do it again if you succeed?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
The
Cool.
remaining
What kind
and
of
push
action
them-
is a push action?
push the?
Does
It's a
it re-
maneuver. It's a standard. Yeah. It's a standard.
Okay.
Standard action.
So this is repeated for each 1 meter you move. So
Yeah,
so go ahead and
let
roll
me
it again.
See. Does this include the initial attack? I'm assuming it does.
I would presume so if it says repeat.
Okay, yeah. So that. Ooh, 4.
That still gets it.
Okay.
So roll your.
Oh, it's vulnerable right now, isn't it? Because it's being grappled.
I believe so. Double check that.
Oh, does it get minus stats when it's grappled?
Yeah, are
I believe
vulnerable.
vulnerable just means no evasion.
Yep.
It's just like 0.
Mm.
Are vulnerable. Yeah,
Yep,
so that
yep,
should be.
Yep. Top of
Yep.
the line. Yep. Continue.
No, 14.
Okay. Beating the wild Pokemon. So pushing it down another meter, so down to 10 now.
Alright, let me go again. 1, which if it has 0 evasion should still go.
Still works.
Okay. Ooh, there's a whole lot of something in the chat box. 9.
That would is a 9 versus an 11. So it will be failing this time. So descending to 10 meters.
Sending to 10.
Oh, we're gonna pull it right back into the ground.
Okay. And that is the standard action of Pidgeotto as well as part of its shift, I believe. And that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Vigo.
Okay. Vigo has a high jump of 1 and a throw of 9. Therefore, he can jump and throw the Pokeball at
Yep.
Wait,
the
what
one that
kind of
missed
action
earlier.
is the high jump?
That's part of your
That's
shift.
part of the shift. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So Vigo jumps up into the air and just lobs the balls as high and hard as he can to try and
Specifically the
get this
one that
altitude.
was thrown previously because
yeah,
you
sure.
know it's already scratched up.
Mhm.
Good, because that probably hit the rock.
That's crazy.
Yep, this one breaks.
Yep.
Sorry. Yep. As you guys are fighting tooth and nail to try and get this small cloudy bird Pokemon in a ball.
The statistical chances of these are this is so low.
Mhm.
Like this is at this point we would have a higher chance of like creating a new universe out of randomly placed atoms. Like what?
All right, so I believe that's Elaine's go now.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing's again. It's just too high for her to be useful. She has one more
Okay.
Pokeball to throw.
Okay.
It's the same with Ruby.
Okay. You can take you can ready an action to throw a Pokeball once it becomes in throwing range. If it does, you want to do that?
Yes, she will prepare her toss.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, that burns your reaction and your standard and all that. Okay, so moving on. The creature is now grappled, so it at the beginning of its turn, it needs to roll to contest this grapple, I believe. So let me look at how that works real quick. No dominance. They contest it as a full action. Okay. All participants make opposed combat or athletics. So, all right. So this is contested against the Beedrill.
Yep. Oh.
Okay. Best case here, I could force a reroll and a tie. Okay. No, you still win.
Whew.
Yep. So
I really
Beedrill.
thought I was gonna get that. I'm not gonna lie.
So Beedrill is still dominant, which means the Pokemon is still incapable of shifting.
Mhm.
The Beedrill is also capable of shifting, for the record, unless it uses the special thing. So
Yeah.
that's a full action. It can't shift, so that's its turn.
Well, it can attack if it. Has...
It was a full action, so no, it can't.
Oh,
it can't
sorry.
attack. Yeah, you're
My
good.
bad.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
Mhm.
They may choose to contest the grapple. I see. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah. So Beedrill
Yep,
would be
I'm
up
assuming-
next. So
yep.
Beedrill.
I'm assuming Paris
going
is
to
not
move.
doing anything.
Ready stun
Oh,
spore
sorry.
one more time.
Ready, Sunspore? Is that once a
Yes,
scene,
as
or
soon
can
as
it do it multiple scenes? Multiple ones. A scene.
Two per scene.
2%, so it's got one more Sunspore. Cool. What's the range on that?
Cool.
That's one more. 6.
Cool.
Okay.
So
All right, now the
if
Beedrill.
it gets within range, I want to do that stun spore.
Assuming
Yeah,
the 29
so Beedrill's
still
gonna-
holding.
So it's up to a 19 now. So it's still
19,
first,
still
but
first.
just
Okay.
not 29.
Got it.
So yeah, it's going to use the move part of the grapple in order to move it 10 minus its weight class, which we assume is 1.
That is correct.
So it's going to move it 9 tiles down, which I think it was at like 10 tiles in the air. So it's down basically back to the ground.
So once it gets within range, I'm gonna go ahead and use stun spore one more time.
Sure, blast it.
1.
That is a miss.
Oh no.
Actually, hold on.
vulnerable.
It's vulnerable, so it does hit.
Nice. Wait, what does vulnerable do again?
0 evasion.
Yep.
0.
Oh,
evasion.
cool.
Not
cool.
apply evasion of any sort against attacks.
Nice.
Nice.
Pokemon is
Target
now-
now paralyzed, and it has a status effect.
Yes,
It-
that's good
it-
for
it-
capture conditions.
it would be paralyzed. However, as the stun spore hits it, the wings seem to sparkle and some kind of puff seems to roll out. And all of the spores that were covering the kind of puffy feathers just seems to fall onto the ground.
Oh my word.
So it's not paralyzed?
It is not paralyzed.
Oh.
What? Oh, there's an ability. I can't remember the name of the ability, but I bet that's what it is.
Natural chair? There's something along those
What-
lines. There. Well, no, there's several
Okay.
it could be.
And
Natural
Elaine-
chairs, I think it
Elaine
goes on
also had a readied Pokeball, if you want to throw that.
Yes.
Okay.
So is it still D20 minus 6?
Yes. You need to roll below a 0 if you want to miss.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh yeah, because it's got 0. That's 4. Come on. No.
And another
It-
another Pokeball bites the
Statistical
dust.
unlikely. All
What
of
is
them.
going on right now?
Another one bites the dust.
There's been so many 2s.
This Pokeball,
So-
pretty
this Pokeball
lateral
breaks too.
throw. Maybe
So-
this one. Oh, it breaks.
Yeah, that was my last Pokeball.
Okay. All right,
Swablu
Pokeball.
is cursed. I don't want it anymore.
Yep, it is a bad luck charm, apparently.
Aren't they
Okay.
supposed to be good luck?
Okay, so if the Beedrill finishes dragging it to the ground, and I believe the movement is a full action, so it cannot
Yes,
do anything else
That's
here.
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Wow.
So Amber next, I think. You got any Pokeballs, Amber?
I do. I don't know if I want to spend it at this point.
should
Since
throw
it's
it.
on the ground, can I run up and tap it?
This has
Instead
been
of throwing?
Yes,
So
but it
I
will not
don't
be.
get
It
the
will
minus-
not be any more accurate.
Oh, it won't? Okay.
No.
Why?
Well, the way I do that is I
Uh,
just get rid of its evasion, but like
its evasion,
its
is already
evasion
gone.
is 0, so
Oh yeah.
Doesn't really- doesn't
Well, that
really
doesn't
matter.
help with a -5. So,
Well, but
Nick, prepare my Pokeballs since it's apparently your fault.
so you still have to roll the -6 just to see if the
You-
Pokeball like attempts to capture for the capture roll. It's
yeah,
not just
and there
like
is
the throw itself
and
hitting.
there's it's the throw itself hitting. I imagine there's also some other technical things there, but there's some inherent unreliability to it.
Okay, I see.
Certain
Wild.
certain
Alright.
balls have a better bonus to their hit as well, for the record.
Okay, that explains why it's so poor.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll try. We've gone to too much effort at this point.
It's a sunken cost fallacy.
Yes, that's exactly right. I'm a gambler at heart. Sly still has a part of me.
You got it. Chili dog.
Come on! Woo!
There you go.
Caleb.
Now we get to
Finally.
see. Now we get to see if it wiggles free.
Yes.
Yeah, it will. It will.
So you hit, and then the Swablu vanishes within the Pokeball. It is the grapple is ended because it is no longer within the space, and we're going to go ahead and do the calcs. So one evolution remaining. So that's a -2 instead of a -4. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Swablu is in excess of level 20. So it's a +2. So I think it's straight 10 DC. Is that sounding right to you guys?
Well, but was it?
Oh
was
yeah.
it
Oh yeah.
at or under
It's
50% or
wounded. It's wounded
20%?
for sure. Let me double check. It is.
The markers are 50% and 25%.
Okay, I need to do a little math, unless Nick knows the math immediately.
It should be. Well, does it have a sheet?
Yeah, it has a sheet. Is it?
it
Oh no,
should have
it
markers
says
on there, then.
HP markers. Woo woo.
25%. Yep, it's on there.
Oh man, it's just above it.
Okay.
It's a 50% marker. Which gives it. Is that +2?
Well, -2 to the DC.
-2. So it's 8 DC. All right. Good luck.
Oh man. /D20. So it's okay. So I just roll a straight D20 with a DC of 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh! First
Caleb.
crit
Finally.
session.
The Pokeball connects with the Swablu, and it doesn't even wiggle. Such was the struggle and strife as a Pidgeotto and a Beedrill are both basically on top of it as it shrinks into the ball. The whole clearing waits in abated breath as a click is all you hear. Congratulations, you caught it finally, Mercy.
We did it.
I knew we could do it.
Okay,
Oh man.
to whom is the Swablu gifted?
Vigo.
Well, actually, and yes, it will be Vigo, but y'all should probably tell Amber that it evolves into a dragon type because she probably has no idea right now.
Oh yeah.
You guys don't know. Nobody has rolled any kind of Pokemon education check or pocket
Okay.
dice.
Okay.
Guys,
You just saw a bird
I
and
know
tried
I
to
just
catch
went
it.
to all that effort trying to catch a bird, but also it's a bird, so they don't really get along with bugs very well. So does someone else want it?
Elaine thinks she doesn't want it, and then she goes, well, "What about Vigo? Do you want another bird?"
So, I'm trying. So, like, I do kind of want it. However, so this is not Vigo. Obviously, this is just me talking. Vigo does not feel as if he has earned it because he didn't catch it.
No.
Oh
my
no!
All right. Well, Elaine will take the throwaways. She is the orphan mother.
Oh, have mercy.
So,
So,
I will-
okay,
I
but
will
what
take the
would
for now.
Vigo say? Hold up first, because we might be able to convince him. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Give us an opportunity to roleplay here.
My thought. So, what is your Pokemon education, Vigo?
It's 3.
3?
Yeah.
You should probably roll to see what this thing becomes later if he has any.
That's a good point. This could potentially change depending on whether or not he knows.
Yeah, like Elaine will like see his despondent expression and say, "Well, what does it evolve into? It might be useful later."
Okay.
Yeah. In addition to the DCs being lowered slightly, as this is a Pokemon native to your particular region, yeah, you know that this Wablu evolves into a majestic Cloud Dragon Pokemon. It's Altaria, which is a formidable and highly defensive dragon flying type.
So here's the issue. So
You're
there's
cornered.
almost so it's Knowing that it's a dragon type almost makes it less harder for him to take it. Given that you see, dragon types, they're very proud. You must earn you must earn your position as their trainer. And like Vigo just missed with a Pokeball like 3 times.
But we all helped together in order to catch it. It wasn't just.
It's not just
Pokeball.
about
the throwing
throw
of the
it.
Pokeball.
Amber earned the right. Vigo didn't.
And
I
she
think that's what Vigo's. In which case, he would not accept it.
Oh my goodness!
Stop being me, Jeremiah.
No.
We just tried to convince Vigo to take it because you said there might be an argument for him to take it if he knows his dragon type, and now you're like.
No, I said that. I never said that there wasn't, or that there was. That was an argument that was made without my input.
Well, now we have a Swablu.
I would say
Because
between the intuition of the 2 girls, you know what's going on. So you're welcome to try and make arguments that you feel would be effective to Vigo. Otherwise, don't worry about it too much. We'll just continue the session.
Yeah, this is
Are
something
we
later.
allowed to roleplay that at all?
Yeah, of course.
Since you said okay, because you made it sound like we're just gonna move on.
Vigo, the rest of us are not going to be effective trainers for this future dragon type.
What in the world?
You have a good charm score. Lay it on.
Yeah, Elaine's gonna roll that charm. She rolls a 24.
Wow.
Oh!
Man.
All of a sudden, Vigo is charmed by Elaine. Where'd this come from?
Well.
Suddenly, Mako has a new competitor.
Very nice.
All right. Let's go through this now.
Okay, yeah. So
That's wild.
I guess this is her empathy combating his pride. Where she would explain that, we are meant to be training together as a team 4 unit. Like, we're 4 individuals, but we are supposed to be a unit. And we did this together. And through that, we should be able to still earn that Swablu's respect later. And not only that, but as it will get closer to Vigo, it'll understand that he is the type to understand its needs, the things that will honor its majesty.
Yeah. So
they might not.
The argument from a pure tactical standpoint, I would say definitely would stick out to Vigo.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So Elaine would explain it's like the rest of the trainers don't really empathize with Dragon type, whereas Vigo can empathize with them, and he's able to actually connect with them better. So gaining the trust and the respect of this Dragon type Pokemon in the future is going to be incredibly vital. And the other trainers aren't going to be as good at that. So while the respect might not be earned now, it can be something that be earned in the future. Like always striving for goals.
Your friends have given you this opportunity.
Take the Pokemon!
This opportunity.
Hey! What? let the players roleplay. You don't have a character in
I
this.
barely talked at all. I don't know what you mean by don't let the players talk.
Well, you're not the player. You're the silent DM who does math.
Anyway. Yeah, in a way, you could see this as a token of friendship between your teammates from Amber and Elaine, who actually value you.
If Vigo thinks about it for a little.
As Elaine starts batting her bushy eyelashes at you as she offers the Pokeball it closer to your face.
Yeah. So Vigo is going to take the Pokeball. He's going to take the Pokeball, and he looks at it for a little bit. I'm going to release it and catch it later, once I get more Pokeball.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Elaine snatches out of here. No, you're not. We worked
Oh,
way
good.
too hard to catch it. I burned my Pokeballs to catch it too, Vigo. You're not the only one who lost items in this combat.
You want it?
She takes it back in her hands. Fine, I'll keep it.
Vigo, you know, if we found an awesome bug type Pokemon and you caught it and you wouldn't let me have it, I'd probably be pretty sad. You know that? And
Yeah, but I don't want the bug type Pokemon. You can have them.
oh, but that's what I'm saying. In the same way, I know I caught it. Sure, whatever. I threw the Pokeball. We all were throwing Pokeballs. Mine was just the one that happened to hit. Okay?
I missed. I didn't catch that.
But listen, in the same way that you would give me a cool bug type, you know, this might become an awesome Pokemon one day. If you are willing to put in the effort to, you know, train it and help it, you know, and I can't love it the same way that you could because, you know, I love bugs and it's just not gonna mesh well with my Pokemon, you know? This isn't who I am, but this is who you are. And if you take this Pokemon, you love it, and you care for it, and you turn it into an awesome dragon, then I don't know, maybe you could even ride it one day. I don't know how big it's gonna get.
This isn't a phase, Mom. I am a bug type trader.
That's hilarious. I am a bug.
Birds eat bugs for breakfast, okay? This is a no-can-do situation here.
All right. Well, what's your final say, Jeremiah? Gonna let it slip past?
So, Vigo's pride is a bit too strong, especially considering he is a dragon type trainer.
Sure.
To allow for something like this unconditionally.
Okay. Well, Swablu belongs to maybe Elaine then.
I will take the Swablu.
Cool, you have a
Elaine.
Swablu. Swablu's a
Have
cool mon.
mercy.
The mother. Actually, question.
Yeah, dude.
As she puts it in her pocket, there's a part of her that is like, I don't know. She's very empathetic, so in a way, it's like Holly was given to her because nobody wanted it. Ruby was given to her because Amber already had a Parasect.
Hmm? As a level
and
25
now
Swablu.
Swablu. And now I have the Swablu that Vigo is practically rejecting because of pride. She's beginning to wonder what's gonna happen to all the other unwanted Pokemon in the future as her roster gets filled up. Because she still has this Zerl in her arms that she would like to keep, but she's gonna let it decide whether or not it stays. There is the Magby egg that is potentially gonna hatch. And while Jeremiah made a list of potential Pokemon that he would like in the bucket list, she wouldn't mind giving it to him, but after witnessing this level of pride in him, she's questioning whether or not that's wise. Because it's like, I don't know. She, like I said, she's a very empathetic character.
You have a Swablu.
Yeah, she keeps the Swablu.
Cool. I do need to adjust a move that it's supposed to have. One moment.
Amber's gonna start walking back to Route 2 dejectedly.
Instead of growl, it does have sing.
Oh, nice.
That
That's a
wasn't-
big upgrade.
That was intended to be put into the generator, but it did not. Actually, I can change that right now. 1 second. Let me do that.
I guess I will change the stats according to my
Yeah, you
will.
can.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't change it yet.
Right.
I'm gonna fix it real quick. There we go.
What are you fixing? What just happened? What'd you do?
I'm switching out a move by re-importing the sheet.
Oh.
So I need to... I'm actually just going to delete this.
It's been deleted.
It's gone. Swablu's dead.
Forever.
Well, might as
The
well
part of
be.
me-
Pretty sweet ride.
There's part of me that's always wondered, yeah, if they can hear the arguments outside the Pokeball, if they come in like slow-mo or something.
It seems that we have evidence that Pokemon are aware of what's going on outside their Pokeball. So that's kind of depressing.
It is kind of sad.
As you're getting data streamed to your Pokedex on your new catch, you realize the source of its anti-paralysis was actually a safeguard that it had set up prior to its dive onto the Surskit.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
So it has.
Yep. Has round, takedown, fury attack, natural gift, safeguard, and sing.
Goodness.
It has natural cure, which means whenever it's returned to its ball or takes a breather, it may activate natural cure to cure itself of all persistent status afflictions. So it's very anti-status. And then Wistful Melody.
Oh, wow.
Wistful Melody gives it big bonuses to the sing.
Sing. Yeah.
Once it's
Dude.
seen, makes sing way better.
That's correct. Natural Cure is cracked on a juggler, I just realized.
Whenever the user uses Sing, they may activate to his ability? Wait. What is to his ability?
What?
The sentence in Wistful Melody doesn't make sense. They may activate to his ability. What?
I mean, like,
Does it mean to say they may activate this ability to cause targets?
that's probably it. Yeah, we'll adjust that.
Yeah. There.
To his ability.
It's like to his who? Who is his?
Those targets,
It's the greatest mystery.
Oh! Oh my word, 2 CS each?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Unfortunate she's not a juggler.
Well, I mean,
But she is.
Wistful
say-
Melody doesn't matter about that, but Natural Cure would just be, I just swap my Pokemon more often, so that's the only reason why Natural Cure is. Oh, but it still costs an action,
Mhm.
so.
It's a free action.
Oh, but it's free action. Never mind. Yeah. So, but yeah,
Cool.
that's the only reason why I thought that Natural Cure was
Okay.
good. But that's fantastic.
Your bait expended. Another Pokemon caught. The Glade and the Game Trail, respectively, have kind of expended their remaining value to you. You return to Route 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So we'll switch music back. You like that music, Christine? You're gonna hear it again in about 60 sessions.
I'm gonna miss it so much, Austin.
Okay, so let me get Route 2 back here. Okay.
Has a proud nature.
So yeah, you guys kind of starting up here, heading back down. There we are. Sure. After another 35 minutes or so, a little bit faster, going downhill, you manage to get back to Route 2. Being just ever so slightly worse for wear in terms of your resources available to you to catch Pokemon. But 2 Pokemon heavier. So there's that.
What was the first Pokemon? I already forgot. Oh, Swinub.
Swinub, yeah.
Swinub.
Tis a night for SW Pokemon.
Mhm.
So it's 10 o'clock my time. How are we feeling on time right now? We've gone about 3 hours so far.
I'm feeling okay. I don't know about the rest of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine to finish out the route. I assume we're gonna explore this bottom left area, and then that's pretty much, and top
Yeah.
left, and that's
I'm
about all
seeing
there is
some
to
mushrooms
it.
here that I want to collect.
Yep.
And whatever this plant is, something's there.
Do we?
Could be.
There's a few of those throughout the map.
Something's there.
Do we? Alright.
There's also something here too.
I did not see where that ping was.
It's right here. There's something in that puddle.
No, I don't think it's that puddle. I think it's the lily pad over here.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I think it's like a low toad or something.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, where you going?
Ooh, there's a green.
We're going.
We're going south.
Yep.
You're here now. You're south.
Thank you. We congregate around this puddle because we're thirsty.
You're thirsty. Ah, yes, rainwater. Sure. Yeah, you're looking around. Whoever would like to can roll me a perception check here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Ample back out because after our discussion about unwanted Pokemon, she needs a Pokemon to love on.
Just for the sake of clarification, it's not that Vigo doesn't want the Swablu. It's that Vigo cannot in right conscience accept a gift of a Dragon-type Pokemon. This is not only personal pride, but honor and respect for the Pokemon. He has not earned the right to train.
Yeah.
Therefore, he will not accept
you should let the Swablu out in an arena and just give Vigo a ton of Pokeballs and let him catch it.
Yeah, that's what he was saying he was going to do.
That's what he's proposing. Yeah, that's the thought. Anyways, yeah, who's rolling perception, guys?
Elaine would like to release Holly and use her perception.
You can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Holly's perception.
Want to drag her out real quick, or do you want me to?
Yeah. Anytime I try to, teach me. I did it once, and I can't do it again. So is it from my Pokemon sheet, or is it from?
Grab the name
from the list
journal?
on the right sidebar.
Yeah, the list. So where it
Just
says a
grab the
lame
name.
Pokemon, yeah, click the name and drag it over. Yeah, you wanna try?
Right.
Literally,
No, just
just left click and
left
drag.
Yep.
Left and drag.
There you go.
Ah!
Yeah,
I did it.
nice.
Hello, Holly.
Sit. Kind of gets up on its back two legs and starts glancing around. Some kind of sixth sense going off.
Let's take a look.
23.
It's Holly. 23.
Yeah, the Sentret. I'm gonna mirror
66.
the. Yeah, Sentret looks up in that direction.
Over here.
As yeah, you glance up and you see nestled into the tree, high in the branches, a creature with dark navy feathers and red chest plumage.
Oh.
Oh,
Burb.
More burb.
bored.
And having the Sentret roll one more perception check, please.
One more? Let's see. Perception. 22.
Prescription. Hang on. 66.
Yes.
Correct.
That is why I wanted the Sentret.
That's Satan's Sentret right there. Okay.
Sheesh.
And then the Sentret looks in the opposite direction. And seems to point dog a little bit directly forward towards the puddle.
Ah!
Oh! Was Caleb on point?
Perhaps.
There'll be a goober in there.
There's gonna be a buddy in there.
Little gremlins.
We may never know.
Frog.
Just utter silence.
Oh,
Everyone collectively looks in this direction with bated breath, waiting to see who will make the first move.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if it twitches. She's gonna send the Sentret on a stealth mission.
Okay. Does it have good stealth?
4.
All right, nice.
19.
Oh
Yeah.
my word! This thing is rolling better rolls than we have all night.
Yep, the Sentret
Yep.
goes down onto its belly and just does like a very slow kind of snaky pattern through the grass. It's very difficult to detect after the first couple of bushes in. In fact, you have no idea where it is.
Pokemon disappeared.
Oh man.
Has escaped.
That is the Sentret.
you-
I'm gonna believe in Holly.
You just gave the Sentret what Elaine refers to as a stealth mission. The Sentret doesn't really know what to do beyond that. Perhaps you could call out orders.
Seek. There we go. And then
like
she's
a
That seems
hunting
gonna
dog.
point at the pod right here.
Sure.
Seek.
Yeah. All right. Sure. I guess Holly is going to make an attack here.
I didn't say sick, but that works.
Let's maybe we go for some Fury Swipes? Sure.
That's so funny.
I was thinking a quick attack.
Attack?
Yeah.
Priority.
You ready? Let's go. I don't even know if that worked.
0.
0. Oh no.
We are killing it on our rolls.
You're,
tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I
Not
don't
not
think we
only
need to
not only did you
cash
kill it, you
anything.
took it out back and butchered it.
Did I really?
With an AC of 0?
No, like I mean like you're rolling
Oh, the
horribly.
rolls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant we one-shot the Pokemon. I was
No,
like, how did we
no.
even hit it in the first place?
No.
Right.
It's
Okay.
actually just a normal animal.
Um
So they aren't nearly as cool as Pokemon, so they just die.
Yeah, so the Sentret now here launches through the air with gusto and speed and splashes into the puddle. I'm just gonna check evasion. Yeah, it misses. As it just slams into the water right here. Its inertia seems to like kind of make the whole puddle shudder, and it is deeper than one might initially think, given the amount of rainwater. This puddle appears to have been sitting for probably several weeks, and multiple rains have kind of contributed to its mass and depth. Though, despite its missed attack, it will be inspiring some combat here, as it is disturbing the denizen of the rain puddle. Let me go ahead and add. Go ahead and add their speed, if you please.
Good call.
As surfacing just above the water, you guys see a pair of very frustrated, weird little black eyes.
Called it.
That's the wrong thing. There we go.
I love Lotad.
It is by far the slowest thing out there.
I love these little guys. Look at them.
Go ahead. Top of the initiative.
Right.
The regional variant of
Wait, no.
Lotad. That's a cactus.
That would be funny.
And grass ground.
I will say it will probably jump out of the water as a move.
Okay.
and then it's gonna quick attack again.
Sure.
What is it? It's jolly, so it's just happy. It's just happy to jump into the water as it quick attacks this Lotad.
Lontar.
Actually, who's next after her? The Pidgey?
Amber.
Amber.
Because it has Helping Hand. That'd be kind of cool.
Really nuke it down, you know?
Jeremiah, would you like to catch this Pokemon, or shall I kill it?
I don't want it. I wonder if Mako would want it.
Hmm?
I have no idea.
Because it is water type.
It is a water type, but how many
Should have
does
been
it
Also,
have?
water
although I don't
grass
know
is-
how to respond.
Is it a grass as well?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
water grass.
Do we want to catch
Let
it?
me shoot him a message.
Case? Oh, you're gonna message him?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him a text message.
Gotcha.
And in the meantime, I plan to kill it.
Hey, fair enough.
Okay, what's it gonna be?
Okay, well, if we are attacking it until further notice.
Yep.
Fury Swipe. I'm gonna
Okay.
change tactics here.
Go for it.
Oh man, I was really hoping you'd Helping Hand, and then
That's
I would hit it
hitting,
with a
for
crazy
sure.
bug move.
So you gotta roll your D8.
Oh, D8 slash
Yep.
R D8. 4.
Okay,
That's
it's
3 hits.
3 times. What's the damage base of Fury Swipes? 3?
Yeah, damage base is 3.
Okay, so put it damage base 9 in the move itself, and then reroll it.
I also have Nimble Strikes. Adds half their speed stat to the damage rolls of physical normal type moves.
Okay,
My
so
speed
you're
is
gonna have to add that manually, probably.
Okay, so 17.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just add it after the fact.
So is
Okay, Isaac said sure.
oh, cool.
Let's hope it doesn't die then.
So you're multiplying the damage base by 3, right? Because it's hitting 3 times. So what you want to do, Christine, is just go into the damage and then change the DB to 3 times its current value and keep track of what it used to be.
So
and
just
the-
change it to 9 right now.
Yeah, and then re-roll damage.
Reroll. Roll damage.
There you go.
44,
And then you're
Plus
adding
my-
half your speed stat. Yep.
which is 17. And that's 8. Question mark?
Rounded down. I believe the system rounds down. So it should be 8, yeah. So
Cool.
52. This thing is gonna die.
It may very well. You're also calculating stab as well, right?
Yeah, that's stab in there. That's already in there.
Good. Just making sure it's getting slaughtered for the full amount.
Oh dear.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna quite do it.
Does it get close though?
Probably. Let me calculate.
Yeah, it's 52 overall.
Oh, bummer! I just realized because it's a grass type, the spore moves won't work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Fury Swipes go in and the Sentret, the apex predator of the small brush, launches itself onto Lotad and just proceeds to rip it apart. Like bits of lily pad gore going every which way. The water, it's like a snake caught something in the water and is like thrashing around down there.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, this thing is in very bad shape.
Oh, let's catch
Oh,
it.
it's not dead.
It's not dead.
Okay.
Let's catch it.
Alright, very good, very good. So
Very-
Hold on.
Mako wants it, yeah.
Is this
I
right?
don't think.
Yes, it
Well,
does.
that's really tanky if that's.
There we go.
Wow, you nailed it. Great job.
Thanks.
That's
Perfect.
crazy.
Look at that. It even gets a cool injury. Not that that does anything, but you know,
Don't injuries also help with Pokeball catches?
only above a certain threshold.
Yeah, that's inflict a lot of them.
All right, Amber, you got that
Yeah.
Swablu. Get this lily pad from Mako.
The pressure is inevitable. All right.
You can do it.
Slash RD20
I
minus
sense
6.
I sense another -4 coming on.
It's not. Is it a -6? Oh, nice.
There you go. Now you got him.
Yeah, it
Same
is
roll.
Status 6 status roll. So
Okay, so -4 because two remaining, and then just is it +1 for every 10? So if it's below 10, it's
Yep.
0 modifier, correct?
yes,
Okay, got it.
it's level 9. Somehow it survives that.
So yeah, actually, it's not
It's
it's not
actual?
10. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
this poor baby boy.
So is it a D6 of 4? Because the level 10 trainer and then 25% and 50%?
I think DC is 4. That sounds right to me. Well, it's below
Has
it's below
two-
25.
Has two. Wait, hold up.
2 remaining is -4.
Oh, the
and
DC
then
is 2.
is 2.
Yeah, because it has 2.
Oh, because it has 2
stages.
evolution stages. Yeah,
Right.
you're right.
It's
Okay,
actually
got
not possible for you to fail.
Okay, got it.
Oh wait, yeah, because it checks
so-
the last box and the box above it.
So the
it's-
so the below 25% is -4, right?
Mhm.
And the 2 evolution
Yeah.
remain is -4, so -8 total. So 2. Yeah, cool. All right, so you got to roll 2.
Or, well, but okay. Oh wait, exactly 1, exactly 2.
Yeah,
I
it could
see.
be a +2
Okay, cool.
to this. Because,
Yeah.
Oh, no, I thought you were saying that those were the rolls.
Yeah.
This is
Get
the- yeah,
him!
no.
Take
What's
him
good,
down. You got him.
Yay!
Actually, your minimum roll would
Great.
have exceeded. Nice.
Very good. All right.
Beautiful. You got a low tat.
Amber, the capture specialist on accident.
Yeah, that's right. Mako over there smoking a bong with Rune.
Smoking a bong.
That's right.
First it was whether it was ethical to like kill Pokemon
Yeah, it's like
mass, and
That-
now
that-
they're
that-
smoking a bong.
yeah, that kind of talk was a little too heavy, so Rune broke out the pharmaceuticals.
That's crazy.
There you go. So Ambler, take a low tad. Uh-oh. You have exceeded your Pokemon allotment.
Oh yes.
You give it to Mako.
Yeah.
The Pokeball vanishes instantly.
Where'd it go? The powers of teleportation unlock as it is sent to the PC mysteriously.
That is correct, yeah. But you are actually prompted by your Pokédex, if you so wish, to send this excess
Fascinating.
Pokeball. Yeah.
I didn't know
Um,
that you could.
You are
Yeah.
Yep, your Pokédex has a little Pokeball reservoir on it. It has some very limited teleportation capabilities.
That's insane
Uh,
that we've developed that as a society.
yeah, that's just kind of come standard on Pokédex now. So, I'm gonna go and put this in Mako's Pokemon party.
Yep.
As all of the warnings and prompts that you are over 6 and you are not currently eligible for league winnings continues to pop you, and then finally displaces as it senses no longer 6 Pokeballs on your person.
It's like I just downloaded a malware or something for
Yeah.
catching an extra Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's encounter done. You guys want to continue?
Elaine will celebrate
Yeah.
with Holly and will see if she can't convince the Azurill. Be like, can't you see how cool we are? You want to be a part of this team, right?
Yeah, we shred Pokemon to bits before we catch them.
yeah, Holly wiggles its way back to the party with like a bit of like Lotad pad in her mouth.
Elaine pats her head.
Sid. All right. What's next in the glorious campaign?
I would really like to know what's in this tree.
The holy fervor.
Can Elaine send Vigo the survivalist?
Deus Vult.
Sure. Yeah. Tree time.
This tree.
Sure. Roll a survival check.
I love the idea that
two?
we're just on a
8?
crusade.
Nice.
That's good. I need to stop rolling anything.
I
That's
think Jeremiah's gonna have an aneurysm.
As this apricorn is adjacent to the road, it seems like slim pickings were actually always going to be a factor here, and Vigo seems to have a very difficult time discerning what appear to be green apricorns among green leaves and other green scenery. You find one apricorn.
oh, is it green?
It's green.
Okay, that's going in me pocket then.
Okay, take it.
In me pocket. Oh, goodness.
In me pocket.
Which,
The
as
adventure continues.
as you know, when thrown at a Pokemon, it turns them into your friend.
That's how it works.
Especially if you're Mako, in which case it turns them into your friend while dealing a lot of damage
Yeah,
and potentially fading them.
which can work in real life as well. You just have to have the charisma for it. It's called baseball, I think. All right.
Oh my goodness, by throwing large round objects at them.
Yes. You give them concussions and they love you for it. All right. So moving on. You guys going northwest, west here, or anywhere else?
Yeah, let's do it.
Want to keep,
Yeah, I think we'll be
keep
checking
going.
out this area.
Do northwest and then be done.
Sure.
We.
Roll a perception check, Elaine.
Elaine or the Centret?
Let the centric roll. Because I'm generous like that.
I appreciate you.
Okay, one moment.
The Centret is very good.
This
at
time, it's the sticks in the water.
The sticks.
It's a stick bug Pokemon. Surely there's one of those.
Nice.
Surprisingly, I don't think there is actually.
No, I don't think there is either.
Yeah.
Was
Yep,
thinking about it today.
Yeah, as you run forward, delighted by your recent acquisition, and attempting to inspire the Azurill, who also appears to be getting a little bit excited despite itself, the Centric grabs onto the back of your jacket and just yanks you backwards. As staring down at you with red eyes appears to be another Pineco.
Oh,
Ah,
I'm
classic.
glad I came on this side of the road. Puddle.
Well,
It
Amber
has-
still does not know it's a bug type, so.
It has not yet decided to go thermonuclear, but it will if provoked.
It's thinking about it though.
It's considering ending its life for being inconvenienced.
That is crazy, isn't it?
These Pokemon.
Ah.
What's it gonna be, team? Provoke the suicide bomber?
Oh dear.
That is funny, but
Amber's gonna steer clear. Alright, well, y'all are welcome to. If we'd like to kill it, we can, but.
Well, I imagine it doesn't have a whole lot of movement.
No, we can probably just walk around the tree and be okay.
Okay.
Famous last words.
As we all die.
Yeah. Just the creeper
Elaine-
explosion sound.
Elaine's
Should
gonna
I channel
keep
it?
Elaine's gonna
I'll
keep an
channel
eye
it.
on this.
That'd be
Hang
kind
on.
of funny.
I'm thinking maybe there's another one nearby over here, because you know that this is probably like trapped with more pineco.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Lane's going to instruct Holly to look on this side for pineco.
Yeah, Holly doesn't see any other imminent bomb threats. Just this one.
Okay.
She's a search dog. She's sniffing around for bombs, but that's the only plastic explosives.
Let me mirror the image again. Yeah, she's definitely looking that way at this point.
That's funny.
Do
Okay,
you-
I'm gonna try and channel it and
go
tell
for
it that we don't want it to kill itself. We have.
Yeah.
I would like to. Let's see. Do I need to make a check for hostility?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Hey, I got it.
Yeah, you.
All right.
You
I'm
staring
gonna
this
be
thing.
sending forth waves of compassion and empathy, not like
Yeah, man.
like having pity on it, because I know that it might just try and kill itself just because we're near it, and I'm just so sad for it. And I don't want it to do these things.
You stare at this thing for a long while, because again, this isn't like, this isn't psychic. It's just empathy. You kind of show your hands, and like almost like you're preparing for an embrace, and like stare deep into this thing's eyes. And these eyes are definitely bug type eyes, by the way, that you're now noticing. You think there's some kind of critter inside that shell. And with every ounce of compassion and empathy you extend towards this thing, you are met with rage, hatred, and a violence towards all life.
Whoa.
This thing is
I was
no
right.
friendly.
Pineco are like the equivalent of like the grumpy old dudes who will happily just blast someone with a shotgun because they have nothing left to lose.
I think it wants to kill us for fun.
I want you to roll some kind of charm or intuition. Can you roll? Do you roll intuition instead of charm? Is that what you do?
Not in every case, but when it's for improving the disposition of wild Pokemon, it is.
Go for it.
So this is that is hilarious.
Nice. That was the DC.
Okay.
This creature looks upon you, sees the small girl. You remind it of another small girl that came by and spilled several berries on the road, and that you terrified into submission and fleeing while you ate the berries. This one, the Pineco thinks to itself, I will spare. The rest will perish in a blaze of glory.
That is insane.
And
I kinda love it.
want the Pineco now.
Amber cannot believe that there are bugs like this in the world. It cannot. she did not. When she thinks of bugs, she thinks of beautiful creatures that, like butterflies, that they mean no harm, and they grow and become these beautiful things, and they don't have any ill will towards us, but we view them so despicably, and we want to step on them and rid them from our houses and stuff like
now
that.
you know why.
But
It's
this
all
bug
Pineco.
specifically, it hates us with such a blazing
Yeah.
fury. Like it's incredible. This is
it's-
not the picture of bugs that she has in her head.
Yeah. It's decided to spare you. You and you alone can walk beneath the branches and not experience thermonuclear warfare.
So, it's a bug, although it is very, very angry. It's cool with me, and anyone else is still happy to kill. So, just, be careful, guys. Maybe we have to take it out before it takes us out. I'm not certain, but we're gonna have to move quickly if we want to do it, because it's got its finger on the trigger. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Right now, the Pineco is chanting to itself in Pineco, "Kill your father! Kill your father!"
Whoa! What?
I like this guy.
I'm terrified.
Your father?
All right, what is super effective against bug types in this system?
Flying
Lots
fire,
of things.
rock,
And
ice.
poison.
I don't
now.
think is. Let me check. Yeah, poison is again.
Poisonous.
Yeah.
Not steel yet. Only
Ice
soon.
and bug.
Fire, poison.
Ice and bug is not
fire.
super effective in this system.
Okay.
So I think you had it right. Flying,
Okay.
fire, rock, and poison.
Yep.
Who do we have for the job here?
This
Deploy the Pidgeotto.
And it's in the tree.
Does Cube don't have any rock type moves? I think it's all ground right now. It's all ground.
It is.
Poison Sting is so mid. I need better poison moves, but I don't have any.
It's alright. Sting it to death.
Where
It definitely won't get the chance to kill itself.
rollout is melee, so that's not very helpful.
Yeah, same.
This thing
I think
is
it's
3 meters up.
It's not a grass type. Stun Spore would work on it with a range of 6. Paralysis in this system, what does that do?
Chance
Is it full?
to fail, like, movement.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, big chance to fail. Certainly cannot be ignored.
I believe. So I believe there are 2 versions of.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
There are
So
2
there was an update to the statuses.
paralysis. Here we go. Initiative is halved. Save check that succeeds on 11 plus start of the user's turn. Success can act normally, but on a failed check, the following occurs. Or the following effects occur. There we go. The user can only take a standard or shift action, but not both. Vulnerable.
Music.
Yay.
But it's not.
What's it gonna be? You gotta stun it?
Not a complete.
This criminal?
I
Thoughts?
think we should take it.
Think that's our best move?
What?
Do y'all think that's a good way to move forward, or do you think we should use some other strategy to take it down?
Well, I think the morally correct thing is to kill it.
I agree.
Pidgeotto has Gust. That's special. Cover. Although, I don't know if I would know.
The pine
Probably not. Probably don't know what this thing is.
The Pineco's eyes narrow as it considers, once again, a party very much like your own who were subject to a lethal explosion not long ago.
This Pineco has personally killed several children.
This is, man, channeling this Pineco was the best decision I ever made. All right, Amber is gonna hot swap her Pokemon, and
The Pineco says to itself, I survived that one, I will survive this one.
she's gonna encourage everyone to take a step back, and then she's going to deploy the red shroom.
We got another one. Let's take it down.
And let's see, what is the range on this? And yeah, I don't remember how big the explosion is, but I would encourage y'all to back up. All right. Oh, are we actually in initiative? I thought we were just kind of free-forming until we started.
Are we in initiative, actually? That's a good point.
Once you take definitive hostile action, we will initiate initiative.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
that, and then that action will take place
Very
during
good.
initiative as normal. Yes.
Here we
Great
go.
spectacle, use stun spore.
And she'll fire that away.
Okay.
Definitive hostile action taken.
All right. Hostile action taken. The Pineco will now find its speed.
And
It's like 2.
It's like 87 somehow. This is a level 100.
Incredibly fast.
Level
Pineco.
100 Pineco. This Pineco has seen
Oh, man.
has seen
This
1,000
is the level
theaters of
100
battle.
mafia boss that
Yeah.
that we see in the mobile ads.
This
That's
is-
right.
It was a
this is
pine
war
cone
hero,
all
right?
along.
Yeah, that's right.
This Pineco was dropped from a plane back in the war.
He's killed himself so many times that he cannot be killed.
He was part of the Great Carpet Bombing of '83. Only he and he
Dude.
alone lived on.
So I
This
I
Pineco's-
just finished Unbroken today, where there was a lot of bombing because World War II and all. I'm just imagining Pineco being dropped out of planes in mass, and then just like a fortress being the nuke that took down like Hiroshima or something.
That was obviously a Sahara because that's the only thing it's good for. Is
All right. Let's see what we got here.
It was a 6 for the stun spore, so I assume that hits unless it has a speed of above 30.
No, it's a 6.
Or other evasion
it's
techniques.
a speed of 6 as well. So, all right, here it comes. Stun Spore. Yeah, we'll be hitting on its turn though, because you've taken definitive action. So that will occur on the Paris's turn. So we're gonna go down the initiative. What's the Paris or Paris initiative?
It is 13 this turn.
13 also. Thank you. So that's going after Vigo. All right, go ahead, Holly. Charge that thing. Take it down.
Yeah.
Throw a rock at it.
Throw a rock.
It does have Nature Walk 4, so it can climb up that tree very quickly.
Holly used that gun we taught you about.
Yeah.
Tiny little finger.
Sentry
Holly's-
gun.
Holly's gonna get in there.
Oh,
She's gonna use
man.
that Fury Swipes all over again.
What a
Okay.
brave soul.
All right. Let's do it.
You know what? Hang on. Who was gonna go
What is-
after Holly? Because there's Helping Hand, remember?
Yes, yes. Use helping hand on the flying type attack.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The Pidgey? Or the Pidgeotto?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
I really want to see how this move works in the system, anyways.
Is it adjacency? Helping hand?
Range 4, 1 target, priority, Helping Hand.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, it's priority. Sick.
Very nice. Extra accuracy and plus 10 to damage. Very sick.
Okay,
Whoa.
cool.
So
Interesting.
yeah, the Sentret turns to the Pidgeotto, and is going to basically just launch itself over and let the Pidgeotto use its body as a springboard as the Sentret kind of coils like a ferret does and then launches the Pidgeotto forward with more force than it could have otherwise mustered.
There you go. We'll
Alright.
do that.
Sure, and it doesn't have to move at all. It rushes back to your side when it's done. All right. Cool. So that's Helping Hand. Done. Nick, do you want to move at all besides that?
No. If it returns back over, I want it to stay a safe distance from any kind of explosions.
Yeah. All right, and that's it for the Sentret. Amber,
Very good.
last chance for negotiation.
I'm sorry it has to be like this.
Let me double check. Where is my sheet? Can't find it. Oh, I must have closed Amber's sheet on it. I'm sorry. This is very chill music
This
for the
is
most
very-
aggressive
For
Pokemon
an
we fought.
apocalyptic level threat.
Apocalypse. This is an Avengers level threat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get some canto.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use a Capricious Whirl again on the Parasect, so it gets +3 bonus to evasion, in case that somehow helps it avoid the massive explosion that will surely end us all. All right, that'll be Amber's turn,
All right, man. Pidgeotto.
and honestly, she's gonna move back.
All right. We must kill this creature, this horrible thing.
1 KO, come on.
Yeah. So probably not realistically, but we can try. Time to roll in. Actually,
Flying type
there's
jam.
most likely. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to roll a 1 or 2 on this. As you watch. Oh,
You're good.
okay, yeah.
Definitely.
So that's
You're adding-
actually a 10 because that's +2. Not that it matters.
Yeah, and you're adding
and
you're adding plus 10
47.
damage. Yep. Lovely. Special effective.
Yep.
Special damage.
Special
Special effective. Super
Special-
effective.
especially effective.
Especially effective. Yeah, any special attack is specially effective, I think.
No. Yeah, Pidgeotto's gonna fly 4 up, I think, after that.
Sure. Okay, let me double check. I believe it has... Yeah, it does.
5 up, actually.
Yeah, a massive gust of wind,
Okay.
assisted by the Centret as it propels the Pidgeotto upwards, so it can use all of its wing power to just blast this thing. As a veritable hurricane shakes the tree, and the branch it is on is in tatters. No leaves remain. The pineco is bloodied. Most of its plating and needles have fallen off, and yet still, its bloodthirstiness knows no bounds. It persists.
Did that add the 10 damage that it
Oh,
got
yeah.
from?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they're calculating that.
All right, here we go. Now I gotta let you guys see the health bar here. There we go.
Oh my word! Oh no, it has sturdy.
This is a true warrior right here.
Oh man, I need
Are you not entertained?
that is crazy.
Okay, how high up in the tree is it?
3 meters up.
3 meters.
Oh man.
Are there any like particularly good?
Oh wait, I don't have to use Stun Sport. My Pokemon hasn't gone yet.
You don't.
Pivot.
You could just shoot it.
That's the move.
So like, what are my surroundings? Is there anything that would make a good projectile? Hello.
Hi?
Oh wait, no.
Sorry,
Oh,
what
this
was
is-
your question? I missed it.
Is there anything nearby that would make a good projectile?
Hey, the green apricorn you picked. Remember we talked
green-
about how it was a good.
Oh, yeah.
Green apricorn. Or the black one. That would work too. Just throw it really
Or
hard.
the red ones. I mean. Actually, what do I have in my inventory? I might have something I can throw.
Just throw a Pokeball.
Accidentally catches it and is
Yeah.
bummed out.
Yeah,
We need Mako to be over here so we can kill it with Pokeball instead.
that's right.
This is a true warrior right here. I would.
You
be,
could
I
throw
would be
Fridgebacks at
grateful.
it.
Oh, Fridge Packs. I don't know if you can throw them that far.
No, I can. I've got a throw of 9. I.
I'm sure you got some leftover, like sharp bones or something.
Surprisingly, I actually don't have that much. That's like a good size for throwing, other than the apricorns.
All right, just throw a lane.
Shovel's probably too heavy. Are there any rocks?
Elaine has one and a Pokeball.
Yeah, that's a good
Doink.
point.
No, no rocks right next to you. No. All right.
Okay.
Elaine has shiny rocks in her pocket.
I can't get to it. And I don't have anything to throw at it. To, like, make a ranged struggle. So,
Vigo has found his only weakness.
Sturdy.
Kamikaze Flora.
things that are slightly above my head. How does priority interact with like non-league stuff?
A priority works as normal. I'm pretty sure you can just kind of declare priority.
Okay. So, but it would still have to reset the round, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
can
would have to have a
out
new
of
move.
order, but you still have to have the action economy for that round.
Yeah. Okay. Uh. Yeah, I don't have anything I can do, so I'm just not gonna do anything.
All right, Parasect.
Okay, how does poison work? Because if I poison it, and then is it the start of its turn that it takes the damage?
When would the tick occur? That's a good question. Let's look.
Yeah. Because I realize that I can't swap the Pokemon. It's not my turn, it's the Pokemon's turn, so.
Status afflictions. Poison. Standard action or prevention from taking standard action. They take the tick. So they have to take an action.
Oh, man. So basically, it gets to move and then the tick occurs?
That's correct. It gets to explode and then it gets poisoned to death after it's like 38,000 HP
Already
down.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer. Okay, well, I guess I have to paralyze it then and hope that it doesn't get it off. So.
Alright.
Oh, wait, no. Doesn't it just mean that it... Oh, wait. No, it does. It rolls for it, and then...
Yeah. It rolls at the
okay,
beginning of its turn, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so are we keeping the stun force from earlier? Do I need to reroll?
We're rolling new ones, sorry.
Okay, good to know.
Yep.
Ooh,
okay,
no. Well.
Oh, no. Oh, no, not the
Here we go. Here we go.
As the stun spore glazes harmlessly across the Pineco's sturdy carapace. Such petty tricks will not deny it its imminent revenge. Alright, so, Elaine, throw a rock at it.
Throw a rock at it? I don't have any throwing power.
Well, unfortunately.
Can you telekinesis it so that it falls, hits the ground, and takes a single damage?
Do you have
How far away is it?
confusion?
How far away is it?
6.
6 feet.
Exactly 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo! Let's go!
Hey,
Wait,
confusion.
only 9 damage? What's its special defense?
I don't think it's that high. I'll check real quick, but you should be fine.
Does it? Does confusion not have any? Did it roll any dice?
Roll to 15.
Well, no, for damage.
The
So
damage.
just was plus 9.
Is it? Wow, that is weird.
0 plus 9.
hang
Does
on.
it have any
that's,
damage in there?
yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
I messed that up, probably.
Confusion's damage is 9. It's like Sonic Boom,
Unless
but for
it-
psychic.
It's only plus 9 damage. Ah, yes, perfect.
It's a damage base 5.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot more than 9.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Alright, let me roll damage
Go ahead,
again.
go ahead and
20.
roll that. Okay, you're probably fine, but I'll do it anyways.
dirty triggers again.
Just to see how much you overkill it.
Yeah. It has sturdy and
Sturdy.
a sash, and they toggle separately.
It has the newer gen stuff where like it just refuses to die because its friendship to itself is too high.
It's a...
Dude, that is a crazy
No, you
gimmick,
got it.
by the way.
Yeah, confusion.
That is-
As the Pineco prepares its final assault, you can see it unattaching from the branch and rolling down the tree trunk, directly en route towards Vigo. As Elaine reaches out with her mind and visible strain. This is the first time she's ever done this, I believe. Halts the Pineco's progress. And instead of using its traction to fall down the trunk, essentially climb, instead it seemingly vaults off at random and smashes into the ground. And just the puddle right here, just like a little splash. And you all watch with bated breath, like, just waiting for it to twitch and start rolling again. And it does not. The menace is no more.
Good.
Whoa, how did you do that?
I had to think really hard that I didn't want it to hurt us.
Wild.
Didn't it just fall off the tree? It looks like it just fell off the tree. Look.
Would it does confusion have any visible effects around everybody else?
It's a bit like violent telekinesis with like strain put on the user, I would say. Yeah, not super obvious. It's not like psychic or psybeam or anything like that. Yeah, Amber, the last vestiges of the channel fade as the creature is lost to the hands of blackness, as its last thought is that of a mushroom cloud.
You should have learned to be a good bug.
Amber's world of bugs is turned upside down because of Pineco.
So does this look like something that would be good to eat?
No. I'm not gonna make you roll for it, buddy.
I don't know. There might be some good meat there. You never
It's
know.
incredibly tough.
Did you ever feast on that
Titus.
zigzagoon from earlier?
No, I didn't get around to it.
It's just been chill. It might even be conscious by now. Who knows?
Yeah, I was about to say, it's been a little
It's
while.
like a certain number of hours, I think. So
Yeah, it's noon time. We haven't even had lunch yet.
yeah,
All right,
well, that's why I'm
guys.
considering eating the pine cup.
You progress past the Pineco gatekeeper, the northwest. Presumably, this would be the path up to Tenebrous Village, should you choose to take it.
Yeah.
First thing you see, of course, is a grouping of mushrooms along a log. If you could go and roll that survival check, since you're right there.
And for 6, I'm feeling a 6. That's
Oh.
a 19.
Hey, that's pretty good. So you're gonna roll a D3 plus 1, my guy. Nice. Got 3. So
Nice.
you acquire 3 tiny
We
mushrooms.
finally rolled not a 1 on our less than 6-sided die.
Yeah. I mean, the 20-sided die wasn't doing much better.
No, it wasn't actually.
Uh,
All right. Having
Nice.
acquired the tiny mushrooms, you gaze about. Perhaps there are more Pokemon about. But nay. Holly nods her head, shakes her head sadly. It is all for naught. Mushrooms were the only bounty guarded by the suicide bomber.
Hey, mushrooms.
yeah. Yummy.
They make food. I can make hearty meals now.
So the ones we found before, were those a different kind of mushroom?
They're all
Like
tiny
mechanically?
mushrooms.
Oh, tiny
No,
mushroom.
tiny.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Oh, you know
Wow,
what?
we got a lot of mushrooms in this.
We need to collect the mushrooms from the parasect if it'll let us.
So here's the thing: it has to be level 20 for that, and it's only level 18.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Now I don't know that the planter feature.
Is planter feature does not look like it's required level 20.
Okay. Is there any other area on the map you
So-
guys would like to direct your attention to?
What is in this pond?
Various debris
Water.
from the recent storm, mostly water, about 1 inch deep.
Gotcha. Would the Azurill like to be my Pokemon? Elaine is going to try and communicate with it. After this grand journey, would it like to be her companion?
Sure, roll a charm check.
It's important that it know that we don't kill all of the Pokemon we see. We
think it-
only viciously murder some of them.
Sure. The Azurill has been on a real journey, man. It's gone from being on a Vigo powered pedal boat, to witnessing the Lediba Legion fall to its knees, to a weird alien looking Lediba, flying away and getting caught by a weird monk. There was scary birds, there was a couple of suicide bombers, and the suicide bombers, they really, kind of put the fear of God in this Azurill. Like, she's very like, dude, I never want to leave your side ever again. I had no idea the world was this terrifying. Please put me inside of a ball and never allow me to emerge.
Elaine's gonna ask if she can borrow a Pokeball from Rune then, since he allowed us to use one of his.
That's so funny.
Would you allow that, DM?
Sorry, whose ball?
Rune?
Yeah, that's fine.
He gave us permission.
He gave permission. Yeah, so totally. You head back, and Rune happily gives you a Pokeball. As he and Mako appear to be discussing multiplanar physics and the metaphor of the paper folded with a hole through it appears to be the current object of discussion.
Yes. Elaine will attempt to insert what little occult knowledge she can about the plane shifting.
A ghost.
Sure.
It's a ghost.
Roll your occult.
The question mark after that. There you go.
Yeah. So like, you actually know a lot about this, and like they don't want like an actually well-educated like opinion on this matter.
Oh.
Like
okay.
part of the fun is to like just discuss it endlessly and come up with your own insane farcical ideas about what this could mean for humanity in the future.
Aliens.
They don't tell you that, but you kind of get that vibe when they both just kind of
indicated by your description.
Yeah, they just kind of look in your direction and feel like a little bit like crestfallen, and then continue their conversation as though you had zero input after Rune gives you the Pokeball.
Wow. Elaine feels dejected, catches the Azurill, releases the Azurill, holds her. You're my real friend. At least you listen.
Your real friend just doesn't want to live in this horrifying world any longer.
We have a new suicide bomber.
Azurill learns explosion.
What was the special TM we got from, or what were the special TMs that we got from the localized mine?
Magnitude and lava plume, I think.
Yep.
Magnitude. What can learn magnitude?
Anything that can learn earthquake.
Yeah, the other one's
Cool.
flamethrowers.
Swinub can learn it.
Yep.
My random chance bean.
Nice.
With this little guy.
Okay.
So I know you had the Azurill at the top of the chart. Do you want to go ahead and drop it off so I can work on it?
I am going to go ahead and plug the Azurill into your glorious Pokemon chart here.
I have named the Swablu Nimbus.
That's a good name.
Oh, that's a good name. That's literally I was thinking about naming my car that.
Really?
Yeah, so okay. So I mean the recording's still going, so we can talk to that after. We can talk about it afterwards.
And then
Right.
the Azurill I'm gonna
I'm
name
happy to.
River since I found her in a river.
Nice.
Oh, that's also a good name. Man, killing it.
Not strictly related, but I find the name Altaria to be one of the sickest Pokemon names ever.
Oh, it's good. It's
True.
good.
Like that is
I agree.
that matches the Pokemon perfectly. It is simultaneously epic and majestic.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Where is she?
I'm getting her. Give me.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to handle this session?
I
Aside
don't-
from like post-session stuff like rewards and
I'm
whatnot.
I'm assuming you are not directing your attention anywhere else on map.
I mean,
I'm
unless we actually want to just like go for a walk up to Mistral City, I think the next step is to go down to the festival.
That would be very exciting.
It would be, yeah. I mean, hey, I went to Victory Road. We can do stuff like this. It's allowed. We can just start climbing the mountain if we want, apparently.
I think after there's a pause in the occult or the planar shift conversation between Rune and Mako, Elaine will mention that she's found, well, the rest of the party had found some apricot, I almost called them apricots again, apricorn for Mako to transform into Pokeballs in the future.
There you go. There is number 6, Christine.
Yay! Okay, and I did feed her baby food earlier, and whatever XP I got from this journey, I'm gonna dump into her, and I'm probably gonna evolve like instantly.
Nice. Okay. Well, assuming that's all, I think what happens is you guys just screen a little bit here. There we go. Yeah, you guys, you get Mako and Prune to wrap up their conversation as everybody looks utterly disinterested at the APOM that looks equally disinterested with you. And yeah, you all kind of hop on the road south and continue your journey towards the Apricot Vessel. And that's where we're going to end for this evening. I'm going to go ahead and assign XP because Route 2 is completed. Yep, so I need to go ahead and do a little bit of calculation.
I wonder where the XP is going.
Man, great job on the map, Austin.
Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these maps have just been so wonderful. The route maps are just so captivating to me. There's like I wouldn't say that one of my core like play archetypes is Explorer, but it's definitely in the mix, and this peaks that very nicely.
Great to hear it. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going too hard in the maps, but having like one map to represent one route feels very especially when they're this size, feels very reasonable to me, and I think it's like it's valued. I think it's very enjoyable for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like it really helps you get into like the game world. I feel like like seeing the things on the screen and anticipating what you might find there. Once you like go to that location, is I think like it keeps you captivated and motivated to keep going. I don't know. It was just very nice. Because like even yeah, it was good. I enjoy these maps a lot.
Yeah, man. Hope you're gonna like the next map. So the next map is, it's not like person size. It's not like this. It's more it's more representative. It's like a macro scale map where you have a party token, but it's more zoomed in than the Animus map. So it's to kind of like help direct our focus to specific areas, and then we may make contextually relevant maps as needed from there, but for the most part, it's going to be fairly narrative. All right.
Yeah.
So 5 trainer XP because you cleared a route.
Nice.
And then plus 85 XP distributed to active Pokemon.
Was 85, you said?
85.
Okay.
Not too shabby. I'm up to 8 trainer XP, so that's not too far away from level 11.
So the pickup listed in Swinub's sheet is different than the pickup listed in the book.
Okay, we can discuss that. Potentially resolve that in between. Anyways, I think that's
Was
gonna
that
do
one of
it.
the ones that got changed?
It may well have been.
It's not in the 2016 one. It might
I'm gonna
be
go
on a
ahead
different
and end the recording. Thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye recording.